You see love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey. Guess who's back in the house? It is Friday. It's Friday. And I'm glad to be here with you all. As always, I'd like to shout out to the Rewind crew. Glad you can join us. Glad you can be here with us tonight. Trying to get some light. Oh, look at some light. Tonight is the chat night. And tonight, you can talk about anything you want to talk about. For sure. And you can come up. I'm going to drop the link so you can come up here and so we can talk about whatever and whoever. As long as we're not doing internet bullying, okay? Let's not do internet bullying tonight. It's Chat Choice Fridays. Okay, so what would if it's Chat Choice? What would be my choice tonight? My choice tonight would be, oh, what time is it? Just kidding. And let me know if my comments are not working. I would definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Roxy. Sorry. Oh my God. Hey, Miss Regina. How you doing? Hey, Miss Regina. Did Miss Roxy start her show on Wednesday? Hey, listen, I've been so tired. I've been trying to do this and work a job. I'm like, ooh, this is where you at? But hey, Miss Regina, you coming up today? And I hope you say yes. I'm just saying, Miss Regina, you earned that right to come up tonight. I know I see everybody's talking about what's her name? Cassandra, nah, motherfucking. Oh, sorry. She don't mean nothing, right? I feel like I got kind of dark today. Darkness. Gotta put a little light on it. Miss Regina, I need to know, are you coming up tonight? It's your night, honey. My friend. It's chat night. Sorry, I don't know why. Yes. I didn't even see who else was live before I started. My fault. Sorry, did you just ask me something? I sure did. I wanted to know, was Miss Regina coming up tonight and having conversations? A conversation about what's on your mind? Because it's Chat Choice Fridays. Somebody has to break the ice. Like, a lot of people don't be afraid to come up. I'm just saying. I don't want to say, oh, I'm waiting for someone. Because this is your day. It's your time. I'm just a squirrel. I'm just a facilitator today. Yes, give me a second. Okay. Girl, go ahead, do your thing. I'm so happy Miss Regina coming up today. Love me some Miss Regina. Yes. So what's going on in YouTube land while we wait for the chat to get litty? I was wondering, did a Roxy Too Foxy, did she start her YouTube channel Wednesday? I just haven't had time to check. Cassandra, let's see. Tiffany, you know what? Oh, I'll say something came in today about Henyard, but I think that's really doesn't make a difference. He really likes her. Oh, which vibes? A cult of personalities that we will do. That what we do, that's who we are. I expect this to be deleted too. Oh, they really posting on oh, this is adults in politics. Okay. I was trying to figure out what is going on here. Let's see. Let's start over because I'm not sure why. I don't think everybody's getting the alert. So let me see if I can push it out again. Give me a hot second. Let's see if we can push it out to the algorithm. Okay. So it's been quiet Oh, Cooking with Frank is cooking again. Frank with another banger. Oh my God. That should be hilarious. Petty Pastor Cussing. Cassie, I want to visit her church this Sunday and ask one of, of three members to baptize her. They are hilarious. I don't even know how she decides she wants to run and she can't even have a relationship with people. Hey, man in Texas. Okay, I'm going to drop the link. Hey, Miss Regina's gonna come up. Today is chat, and we have our roster's gonna come up later whenever that she comes in and talk about being in an expat. I would like to learn more about that, just for the record. Okay, there it is. Not there it is. Here it is. Can we go? Oh no. Okay, got it. We are in the house now. I'm all caught up. Yes. Hey, 10 people who made it into the chat. 5 of you all hit the like, and 5 of you didn't. You bogus for that one. But it's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Um, I was trying to see if Miss Henyar has anything. She should be back from her trip by now. I saw that she done really lost all her power, so they just paying her to be there, huh? Oh, wait a minute. I just saw something interesting. She ain't saying jack. She said F y'all and F it. Okay. Oh, I saw this one. It's from Thornton Township, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. How do we get to this point? Let's see. I'm sorry. So there's nothing really going on in the YouTube streets because um nobody's posting it. Hey, what up, Dow? How you doing? Glad you can join us. OMG. How you doing? How you doing? I appreciate you here today. Yes, Miss Regina, she's going to come up as soon as she can. And after Regina, Miss Regina, I need to get another poll. I mean, pause, not that kind of poll. After Regina, then someone else is welcome to come up and take your turn. And let's talk about it Friday. Chat Choice Fridays. I got to make some an intro for Chat Choice Fridays. Let me write that in my notes. And next week, you can be a sponsor of this next week's Chat Choice video. I mean, Chat Choice Fridays. Okay, I had to do that. So, what is going on? It's been quiet in these YouTube streets. You notice that? Been very quiet. Quiet. And I have been driving around. I've been so busy. I got a lot of things to do. But a lot of Jason House signs are still in the grass. Oh, look who we got. Hello, Miss Regina.
Hey D, how are you?
I'm well and yourself.
Girl, I'm so glad. I got my iPad broke, so I couldn't do anything, and I've been watching you off of a TV and my own ancient desktop. So I'm so glad
Girl.
that you're back. Oh, you just don't know.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I see you all in the chat all the time. I said, I want the people who like be in the chat to come up and be our participant. So I'm glad
Absolutely.
you're able. What is going on? It's your Friday.
Not a whole lot, but I've been paying attention to these YouTube streets today. I
You really?
yeah, I kind of went down a rabbit hole. I was like, probably shouldn't stop watching this now. But I was watching Conscious video. Um
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about like all the bills and stuff. You know how we looked over the budget and they were going through the bills. Did you know that they spent like $213,000 on like parties and events for like Christmas time in 24.
For Christmas?
Yes, ma'am.
So, like,
Mm.
okay, I'm just trying to get understanding how we spend 200 and some $1,000 on Christmas.
Like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I was like, what
Really?
here? Like, what do we
S-
do? But yeah,
Wait, okay. I have so many questions.
I know. Same
So,
with me.
right. Wait, I missed all that. So, did they get Thanksgiving party to the employees? Did they even explain it?
So it looks like there was a catering. I think it was like Jimbo Catering or something like that. And
Mm,
yeah, he got them for like a nice little penny for
really?
yes. And then those toys, remember the toys they've been talking about for
Yes.
Christmas?
Yes.
Those toys were purchased.
Oh,
Yeah, they were purchased. They were purchased on but it doesn't look like nobody anybody knows where they're at, but they were purchased. I was like, are you kidding me? Like what do y'all do?
really?
This like I mean it to the point where this morning I was like, this is crazy. This is true craziness that she just like did whatever she chose.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, Jimbo's, I had to look it up. Jimbo's Catering. I'm nosy
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm not nosy auntie you never knew you had.
Mm.
Adios mio. Okay, go ahead.
I guess
I
we sisters
clicked out of
then.
by accident. Hmm?
I guess we
What'd you
sisters.
say?
I was like, I
Okay.
guess we sisters, right? Because that's the same thing I did. I was like, let me see about this catering company. I was like,
Yeah, what is this?
oh, right.
And
I
you let
don't
me
even
know
do
if
that.
this what you yeah, let me know if this is what you saw. I'm gonna show it to you now.
Okay.
Uh okay, let me share my screen. Because I had to know. I'm like, how much can you eat of this stuff? They got rich. Is this what you found?
That looks like the name of it, Jimbo's. Yes.
It's Italian beef.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing here? Why are we like? How much of this do we need? Like, what's happening? But
Do you
yeah,
think they passed this out?
I would hope so, just for the sake that they spent all that money. But yeah, I would hope so.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at the comments and what up though with the toys is saying the toys weren't approved. Yeah, but they went ahead and spent those dollars.
Uh,
I think that's why Carmen kept asking, "Have the toys been purchased?"
I'll add to the screen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was trying to. Let's see. Okay, what up, though? We appreciate you. Okay, did you hear that Tiff is in California and looking for property allegedly?
So that was the
Hmm?
other thing that I found out this morning. Like I literally was like,
Ooh.
just this morning was like, where have I been? I missed a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Allegedly, this
Allegedly.
yeah, allegedly, she is building a house. I guess from the ground up. And I
I
cannot
always knew that.
yeah, and I cannot remember where they were building it at. But I was like, wait a second, what? Where? Why? Like, what are we doing? Like, but I guess I mean, off of her income, I guess she could have, but
No, I forget the income. You mean the money she's
well,
allegedly got?
which is why I said off of her income because I was like,
Hey, income is what you report to the government. The money you take, you don't.
exactly. But yeah, yeah, it was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where she? Do we know where she's building a house at?
Um, I know it's in the Southland, but I can't
Knew
remember.
that part. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of assumed that
Mm-hmm.
part.
And I just couldn't
Hmm.
remember 100% because like I was so blown away on Conscious Live. I was like, I literally am in her comments saying, "This is crazy. This is crazy." Like I thought I was in like a time warp or something. Lost. I'm like, I can't be. This can't be right. This cannot be right. And
You
just
can't be that.
yeah.
Hmm. You can't be that stupid. No
Well.
shade.
Well. I
Well, I
know.
mean, you.
Mm,
I'm just
right.
saying. Just saying. Who in the heck would do something like that? I
Um.
always heard that she was building a house. That's why
Mhm.
she says she lives in her mother's basement.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
you think she's there, but she not there.
Mm-mm. No,
If
because
you
I.
got that kind of money, you not living in Dalton. I mean, I
Mm-mm.
don't think so.
I would hope not, but
I
I
would
mean,
hope not. But stranger things has happened. And
exactly.
again, let
Yeah.
me say this. Dalton has some nice areas. But if you
Absolutely.
go over to the next area, it has some nicer areas.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just
Hmm.
it just surprised me because I was like, I mean, I was trying to work, and in between working and trying to listen to it and respond, like, I'm gonna mess up somebody's stuff. So like
Oh,
at one
yeah.
point, at one point,
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. You got the
I'm trying to
tea because
get
I
that
sure
video for
miss
you.
all that in today's
So it was
oh,
about
conscious.
2 hours.
I like to listen to conscious.
And the video
Oh,
is
2 hours. Oh,
what did Big Bingo cost? Because so I thought we were talking about Big Bingo
oh.
because that's what it started off at,
Hmm.
and then it went from
Right.
um Big Bingo to going through everything, paychecks, like everything. So yeah.
So, question to you is: do you think that they are answering FOIA's requests?
So allegedly for Thornton, they never stopped. I think they just got so
Oh.
inundated with them that they couldn't get to them. But for Dalton, I think Dalton is slowly trying to start back up with the FOIAs, but um I know that she was because she had more ability to do more in Dalton than she did in Thornton, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. You know,
Yes. Yes.
ran and did whatever she said. But yeah, yeah. And then
Mm.
my thing that I realized today is I was watching Miss Cassandra.
Oh, you saw Cassandra today?
Cassandra, yeah, she's got a whole video where she's at like a stepper set, and
And it's
apparently,
not. It ain't even her party, right?
correct, yes, correct. But she's like, yeah, I'm out here campaigning, and I'm like, these people are not interested in you. I've never seen anybody ever in my life, and I've been to several stepper sets. I've never seen anybody campaign at a stepper set. Nobody is there to campaign. Like nobody's trying to
Yeah,
sit here.
cause
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, cause
yeah.
everybody's from everywhere.
Yes, correct. It's not just like our little
That is
section there, but yeah.
right. Is she a
Yeah.
stepper?
Um,
Does she
I don't.
step?
No, I don't think so. I think she was too busy passing around paper trying to tell people that Jason did not win. And I was like, you should be correct when you say things because Jason did win the Democratic race, right? So like we got to be very clear when we say things to people because for her to say that it makes it like okay well no what they saw is a lie you know what I mean and it's not he
Mm,
the Democratic side but he also has to run up against her
right.
so that's what she should have said was yes he won the Democratic side but I'm an independent and him and I need to go head to head and then it'll determine who the actual mayor is but yeah.
And, and you just made a valid point there. He did win the Democratic race. He
Mm-hmm.
beat the other Democratic party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're
And
independent, so that's two different things.
correct. Correct. But for you to tell people that, oh
Mm.
no, he did not win, there's and I don't mean any disrespect, but there are some people that have not educated themselves on this election, this race at
Hmm.
all. And so like some people think that that's it, we're done. Like, Jason House is mayor. And I'm like,
Oh,
no, you still gotta April 1st, you
yeah.
still gotta finish it up. Like you can't just be like done deal. Like you just can't. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I've drove around Dalton today, and a lot of people still have their signs up. I did not see any. I say any. That with a big A. A Cassandra signs in the grass. I don't think she's spent any money on like paraphernalia for the residents to put in their lawns or in their windows.
Yeah, I don't either. And to be honest, I don't see her doing a very good job campaigning, right? So like every time, and this is no shade. So like if she was to reach out to me, I still tell her the same thing. Like you need to get
Mhm.
yourself a really good campaign manager to start off with,
And a
right?
PR.
Yeah, that's correct. And then secondly, off the top, after you get that person, you need to learn who you are running with. Because
Mhm.
Danasha is not Harris, it's Harrison. And every time you say Harris, that is disrespectful to a man to not get their last name correct. You know what I mean? Like let's
Mhm.
start, and then say what you mean and mean what you say every time, not change it to suit that whatever interview you're doing. Like if that makes sense. If you
No, I understand.
yeah,
And the way she didn't like her name not being pronounced correctly, that she turned around and did the same thing to someone else.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So like I'm still a little upset about how she did my girl Regina. Um when she Waldrop when she called her Walnut. Now you know doggone well that girl's name was not Walnut.
Hey, Miss Virginia ain't friendly either.
Yeah, like
In
we
real life, she's not friendly.
yeah, still somebody else said that she just is, I've not had the pleasure to interact
Mm-mm.
with her, but like they say that she's not
She is
very.
not a friendly person. I mean, I've met reporters who are friendly, but
Mhm.
this one right here, and I respect her space. She's one of her and Regina. I think they're one and the same. Just one act like one has more probably education than the other.
Right. Yeah, I just don't, and then not only that, I don't see her like what's your plan for Dalton? Because every time is I need to look at the financials and I'm going to bring
Hmm.
people, but honestly, to be honest, you cannot bring someone in on top of the mess that you already have. That is not how you fix the problem. You have to fix the problem
Yes.
first before you can bring anybody in. And I don't think she quite gets that. Like, and I'm not. Let me be very clear here. I'm not 100% Team House. I'm not 100% Hinyard. I'm not
Mhm.
100% Hobson Jordan. Like, I just want whoever gets in to do the right thing, if that makes sense. So
Yes. Yes.
it doesn't matter to me. So I don't want her to be like, "Oh, you're on the bandwagon. You're a houser." I'm not a houser,
Mhm.
but I need you. I mean, that, like I said, I don't have one way or the other. But at the same time, like if you're gonna run the correct way, um, if not step down. And honestly, I feel like if she stepped down and got to know the community a little bit better and understand truly what has happened and what's going on, I honestly don't think she would not be a bad. She would be a good candidate for maybe 29. You know what I mean she'd have a better chance in maybe 29? Maybe, maybe,
Wow.
maybe.
That's a hard pill to swallow because her attitude would not adjust by then. So let me
Well,
ask you.
oh, go
No,
ahead.
she not. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you had five, I'm gonna give you five. If you had five questions, what are the five questions would you ask Miss Cassie?
Mm. Um, I guess the very first one would be is like what literally has her interested in running for mayor. Not just running because somebody snubbed you or you don't like the way things are going. Like what really
Mm-hmm.
running for mayor? Like if you got paid $0, would you still run for mayor? Do you know what I mean
That's a
like that?
good.
You know,
That's a
to
good
start
question.
that would be the first one. The next one obviously is what are your plans? Like what are your true plans? Do you have a true plan? Because like I think that's the thing. You'll know my plan on April the 2nd. Well, some we're gonna already have voted by April 2nd. So
Mm.
like that's not gonna help you. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not
Yes.
just her, it's all politicians that I feel that way. Like, tell us if you got paid $0, would you still run for this position? What are your plans?
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, how long do you think it's gonna take to turn Dalton around? Because it's gonna take a minute. It's
Oh, it's definitely gonna take a minute.
I'm gonna just say this again, not Team House, not Team here, you're not Team
Mm-hmm.
anybody. Besides the person that's going to do the job the correct way. So if it happens to be House, then it is. If it happens to be Jordan, it is. And we already know we ain't got the other ones out the picture. Um,
Yes.
but whoever gets in office, it's not. They're not going to be able to turn this around in their 4 year term. Like quite plain,
Oh
there's
yeah,
not.
it's gonna take 'em.
Yeah, there's
Definitely.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to make sure I acknowledge everyone who has
Oh, go
come in
ahead.
the room. We appreciate you coming in. I'm going to let everyone come up today who wants to be acknowledged in the chat to be a co um, come up here and say it. This is Chat Choice Fridays. So right now we have Miss Regina, and Miss Regina is giving her top 5 questions that she would ask Miss Cassie if she can really get a full answer. So, hey
Yeah.
H, go ahead.
So I
Hmm.
got you too. Oh wait, before I do my next one, there's like 20 of us in this room, but it's only a few likes. Can we like
What the world?
button, please? Because it's free. FREE free. It's not gonna
Spell that
cost
again. Spell it
F
like
R
Tiffany.
E E free. It's E free.
Feed the people and hit
Right,
that like button.
right, exactly. Um, so my third
Mm,
question though would be for her
mhm.
is like why did you sit back so long and wait?
True.
Because she said that, I went to a meeting and I see all them arguing and things, and I'm like, okay, but there's a lot of people that went to meetings and seen a lot of the arguments, and some people it did chase away, right? But others
Hmm.
still came because they knew something wasn't right. So like, why? Like, where have you been? I guess is another question. And then tea with the trustees, is that something like that you know, you've been to that? Do you know what really is going on? Like,
The question would be, to be honest, I was
mm-hmm,
going back to like 2019 Dalton meetings when Mayor Riley was the mayor of Dalton.
mm-hmm.
And he had was it tea with the mayor or something like that, or
Oh,
coffee with the mayor?
yep. I think it was coffee with the mayor. If
Coffee
I'm,
with the mayor.
yeah.
So the question would be I want to know is, if she's been in this community for 17 years, have you gone to the previous administration's uh, coffee with the tea or something like that?
Now that you have me over here clutching my pearls in my sweater and adjusting myself in my chair, good question. Because she says she's been here for 17 years. So
Mm-hmm.
17 years is a long time for you to
That is.
just now jump up and say, and don't get me wrong, it takes people, everybody does things in their own time in their own season, right? So, and maybe she just got the courage to come up now, but like it would be nice to know where you've been.
Yeah, where you been?
Yeah, where
And
you
I agree. Where you been?
the other thing is like um exactly how do you think that you are going to win this election? You have so like you're running as an independent, right? So it's just
Mm-hmm.
her and Danasha, right? So it's just two of them.
Yes.
So you say that you want to make these changes, but your approach to the trustees that are in position now has not been the greatest, because you say that if you're not team house, then they don't like you and they don't want to talk to you, and it's very argumentative, but you don't have enough people on your slate. So how do
Mm-hmm.
you propose to work with them should you get in office? Like, how is that going to change? Because like it's just you and Danash, like that's it. So then what happens?
So let me ask you a question then, since you
Mhm,
brought that up. And the funny thing is, like you said, Danasha.
mhm. And I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm pretty sure that's. I think I'm
But
pretty.
the thing is, the question is, why haven't we heard from him either?
So he has been around. He's been like a little quiet creeper. He's been
Mm-hmm.
um, YouTube, and he's done a couple of interviews and things. Like they interviewed each other, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really a fan of. Like you should have had someone that doesn't know either one of you to interview you guys both. But I agree. Like I agree. We're at the end of the race.
Right.
I've never seen. Oh, excuse me. I've never seen an election period where they wait until the last 30 days, because stop me if I'm wrong, before they actually start becoming very vocal and saying things like House and them been working. Like they've been working
Yes.
for quite some time. Like,
Yes.
so I feel like had she have been working from the time House started working, I feel like people would know her more. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they probably would be able to go a little bit further, but I'm kind of scared to see what the vote turnout is going to be because we've seen what it
Oh,
was.
it's gonna be interesting.
Mm.
It's gonna be.
That like I'm gonna have my link up. The link that I sent you, it'll still be good.
Oh, okay.
So but
Hey, Miss Regina, the real McCoy said you being extremely polite regarding the pastor. The
I'm
pastor.
I'm sorry. You know what? For the most part, though, I am polite. Like, and I don't try to rub anybody's the wrong way or step on anybody's toes. And she still is human, right? And I think that's the biggest part is that people. She may not be in this for the right reason, but people are going against her personally, and I don't think that's the right thing to do. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I understand what you're saying, but I do understand you give what you get,
right,
right? If you
absolutely,
treat a person a certain way, you gotta be ready to be receive how you've been treated. You treating someone else. If you talking down to somebody's mother, don't expect that somebody's gonna talk it down to your mother. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's the biggest issue that I have with her. Her delivery is horrible.
The other thing also, it's funny you said that because I brought something back from this morning.
Hmm.
Um, the lady that the 73-year-old that they say was 73 years old and that she went off on. So she
Hmm.
was actually in conscious live this morning, and she is
Oh.
73. She is 62. She came up like right as it was about to end. So she's probably like in the last maybe about 3 or 4 minutes maybe of it. And
Hmm.
she said that I'm 62. She said, and she hated that her grandkids had to see Cassandra go off on her like that because that was truly embarrassing
Oh.
because she did it while her grandkids were right there.
So unfortunate. Oh, so where did the 73 come in at?
I don't know. I think somebody just really ran and grabbed a number, I guess. Because that lady does
Oh.
look 73. But
That's you listen. When I heard that, I said, "Oh, she looked good for 73."
exactly. Because I said the same thing when I seen her. And then today I was like, oh, y'all done made this woman a whole lot older than what she is. It's not like you missed it by a year or two. You missed it by almost 10 years. Like over 10 years. Come on. Yeah.
Yes, and that's true. And let me say this, and I because I know you're in the middle of your top five question.
Mhm.
Um, Cassandra told her that I think Cassandra must be going to be turning 60 this year. So the lady is not a senior. Well, she's a senior, but they all in the same age range.
Exactly. So like when we get older, as we age, I don't believe in that call me no senior because age is just a number. Like I'm knocking on that 50 door.
Mm.
Don't leave that alone.
Come
But
on in, baby girl. Come on in.
but like literally when people are like, oh, you getting old, baby, I'm getting better. I'm not getting old,
Yes.
better. I've learned.
Yes.
I've had a lot of
Yes.
lessons and continually keep having life lessons, but uh,
Yes.
that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Is to keep living and learning. So when they start saying seniors, I'm like, these people aren't really seniors. Like they're
Hey,
not.
listen, they can call
Mhm.
me a senior. As long as I get that 55 and older discount, I'm cool with it.
I was wondering when that was gonna happen. I was like, well, if that's the case, then yeah, okay, I'm all right with being a senior then and getting older then. But that's
Okay.
so. My last
And,
question to her,
hmm.
um, I don't know if it would necessarily be for her. I think it would be more so for her running mate, for
Hmm.
Denasha or Mr. Harrison. We're gonna say that Mr. Harrison because I don't want to keep
Okay.
chopping that name up.
Yeah.
Um, like as a trustee, what are you gonna do differently than what's been done? Like, are like you know what I mean? Like, what are your
Mhm.
plans? Yeah,
Right. Because really, would he have any plans, or what would he bring to what would he bring to the table to enrich and help enrich Dalton? Because
absolutely.
yeah, because one person can't do it. So you're going to have to become an ally of someone because it looks like majority of a house is going to get in. How do you fit into this?
Yeah, and that's been my biggest thing is because like it's just the two of them. Do you know what I mean? So really all the trustees that were won the Democrat side
Hmm.
basically they're going to go on and go forward if you don't have enough people to
Mhm.
match up against them. So
Mhm.
one somebody is going to be matched up against Mr. Harrison, and that's it.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's nobody else to match up against. So that's why, like, when she keeps saying, I'm going to get in and I'm going to change things and I'm going to fix this and I'm going to do that, I'm like, that sounds really, really good, right? And for Dalton itself, that's a hopeful thought, right? But
Mhm.
if you only have one trustee with you and you claim that the trustees that are there now, and I'm saying claim now, are doing things the incorrect way, they're still going to do things the incorrect way if that's what you say, because
Yep.
you are going to be able to replace one.
That's
And
true.
one thing I will say about the trustees, baby, they run thick as thieves together, and
Mhm.
they've been through a lot. So if you think you're going
Yes.
to and bust up, their little group that they have, you're probably not going to win. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not going to work
Yeah. Now you better was it you better join them
if you can't beat them.
or yeah. I'm like to myself, how that saying go?
Yeah,
Hey,
that
let's read some of these questions real
go ahead.
quickly. What's up, dog? I heard Tiff is in Cali and looking at properties allegedly. Where's she gonna afford that kind of property in California? It's very
Mm-mm.
expensive. Well, she didn't save all her money. What up, though? She bought a $80,000 uh toys. Okay. But the toys weren't approved. That's what Miss Regina just said.
Yeah, they
They
were.
didn't get rich by the tricks, did they? Huh?
And they show the toys, like on the register that they were paid for and everything. So I don't. We were questioning where the toys were this morning because I'm like, well, you didn't hand them out.
Oh,
So did you really buy toys, and where are those toys? You know what I mean? Because you couldn't have
oh.
because of the no insurance. So yeah.
So, question then: is that something illegal that was done? They bought
Um,
toys and
so I'm gonna say this: a lot of stuff that was done may not have been done all 100% illegally, but
mhm.
unethically,
Okay.
absolutely. You know what I mean? And there's a difference between
Mm.
the two. So like ethically, yeah, there were some things that were done, unethical, but the rest, I'm pretty sure. Trust me, they got enough on her that, like I said the other night, she going under the prison, not jail.
Yeah,
Yeah, prison.
yeah. You know what I think? Her going to California, she thinking that they won't bother her in California.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you this quick story real quick. Hey, listen. So I used to work downtown Chicago, and they said, "Oh, we got an opening in LA." I said, "Yeah, I go." Now, mind you, I had a student loan that was ready to be paid. I said, "I'm going to go to California. Student loan people ain't gonna find me."
Hmm.
Child, they found me, so they gonna find you.
Hmm.
This was years ago.
Trust me. If can't nobody find you, student loan can find you. And that's
Yes.
when people owe back child support and they're like, "Oh, I can't find them, my baby daddy."
Mm-hmm.
Go talk to somebody that works for the student loans. They'll find them. Like
They'll
people,
find them.
they find
Tell it.
everybody. Yeah.
Everybody. Okay, the real McCoy. Oh, I love the show name. Thank you, the real McCoy. All because of you. I didn't get the notification. I don't know how to make this notification pop out. The real McCoy. Oh, are y'all talking about them Christmas toys? Yes. And I was saying that is it was it like illegal? Illegal
E
because there's
E.
yes, illegal because the money that was spent. So if you spent the money, you have to show something to government that the money was spent. Wouldn't you think so? I'm just saying, I'm not.
Yeah.
Man, ooh, I can't wait till it all come out. What up, though? None of those purchases went through the board. Yes. The FBI knows where Callie is. Okay, how come nobody has bothered to follow her all these months to see where she's going? If we're talking about uh, Dalton or Cassandra or Tiff Tiff. Okay. Dalton money. Allegedly, she has a stash, but she doesn't pay any bills. The FBI will stop all her foolishness. Listen, when I look, she paid her taxes on her property. I saw that.
So the other thing is so
Mhm.
if she has this stash, right? Like it's gonna be really hard. She'll have to do everything in cash, right? Because after $9,999, who pays attention to whatever's moving wherever? The Fed.
Mhm.
So like she'd have to do a lot in cash or make very small incremental deposits to where she could get that money in to actually, use it like on like a credit card or use it through like debit or write checks or whatever. But I think I think her and anybody that was associated with her, they pretty much sealed their own fate. Like
Mm.
they know they're going down. I think it's the
Mm.
last ditch effort to have fun.
Hey, you know what, Miss Regina?
Uh-huh.
Guess what I just noticed?
What's that?
Same thing you just noticed earlier. There's 31 people in the room. Why we only got, oh, it's 32. Now we only got 13 likes. I think they just like hearing us and they don't want to support us. What you think?
I mean, like, so here's the thing, right? So when you
Mm-hmm.
come to a room, if
Mm-hmm.
you just tap that like button before you even come to
Oh,
the chat, or even if you in the bushes, just tap the like button and go back into the bushes. Because who's it gonna kill?
that's true. Yeah, I agree. Because I can't see who likes it.
Right. But you
So
could
you
just see the number. So like let's just hit that like button and go on back into the bushes. And you
tell it,
just
Miss Regina. Tell them.
it's not gonna kill you.
Thank you, Miss Regina, for that PSA. Hey, H, good evening to you also. LCL, hello, everyone, and good evening. Good evening. Good evening. A bunch of lies told. Yes. Oh, real McCoy said, didn't they give the FOIA responsibility back to Clerk Key? Oh, I don't know.
That's
Did
a
they?
good question. They might have now since she's gone, MIA and disappeared since the election. But I know that she had everything locked up with Clerk Key. So like yeah, even locked
You
her out of
know,
so.
my question is to you is
Mhm.
I gotta ask this question. Now that she's MIA, do you think she had the keys to the village, to the Dalton City Hall?
Absolutely, and I think like some of her people might actually have keys as well. I wouldn't be surprised if things didn't come up missing, that
Hmm.
were just misplaced, that that might be misplaced in their favor, if that makes sense. Like you're just well,
Yes.
it was on this desk and it must have gotten tossed into the trash or the shredder type thing. But yeah.
Because one time I was at the meeting, I
Hmm.
tried. I think I took a video of it, but I ain't gonna go back and look because I hate looking back them old videos. Kamal had keys to the. He. I saw him unlock a door. He had like a handful of keys. I'm like, why he got keys to the Thornton Township?
Which is really alarming because what a lot of people don't realize that are her fan club is that these people that have not been vetted
Mm-hmm.
access to the citizens information, and I think some people don't realize what all the city has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, and business owners for that fact. So yeah, scary.
Interesting. And do you also find it very interesting that KP has been very, very quiet?
All of them have. Like after the fight, KP kind of went like ghost. Like he literally
He did.
ghosted everybody. Like I don't think anybody has seen him since. So yeah.
Mm, God. Okay, okay. I just noticed that. Hey, thank you, Made in Texas. Made in Texas says she hit that like button. And the real McCoy. Whoa, we appreciate it. made in Texas, hidden agenda. Let's see what else they got saying. I want to know why she is trying to blame JH and the trustees instead of Tiffany. What's your thoughts?
No, it's weird because I thought the same thing, right? And I watched the
Mm-hmm.
interview with her where she said everybody keeps saying that she's a Tiffany plant, but I didn't know Tiffany before this. But then if you didn't know Tiffany before this, just in theory, you shouldn't know House or the trustees either. So
Right.
how can you say who did what? Like, because it's very clear that you have not been coming to meetings to see. I'm pretty sure what she did was just sat and just went back through YouTube videos and just, kind of fast
Mm-hmm.
forward, got her, made her opinion and went on. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it, yeah, no.
Yeah, because when I went to the went to the Dalton meeting that what was last week. I
Hmm.
saw her sitting back there with Mr. Harrison.
Uh huh.
They were just sitting together by themselves. They didn't try to mingle with the people in the audience while we was waiting for them to come back from closed session. So I'm like, why didn't they take the opportunity to get to know the people who are in the room instead of saying, I don't want anybody in my space?
Absolutely. That would have been the best time to campaign. You got people's
Mm-hmm.
attention. You know what I mean? Like you've got their attention. They're all in one space. Or not all, but the majority of the people are there gathered. Even if you did nothing besides go up and introduce yourself, um, that would have been a good one. Just to go and say, hey, I'm Mrs. Hobson Jordan and I'm, Mr. Harrison and we're running because we feel like blah 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 blah. Or
Yes.
our plan is to change blah 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 blah. That would have been 2 seconds. Like, where is these people's elevators pitch? Like, where's your elevator pitch? Did you remember? Did,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's a lost art for some people.
I think so. Yeah, like it's like you get like 30 seconds with somebody, give them your spiel and wrap it up close and
Mm-hmm.
go. You know what I mean? Like, simple
Mm-hmm.
as that.
Hey Wayman. Yes. I agree with that also. One of the questions I would have liked to ask her is, do you or have you volunteered in any other electoral process, or have you been mentored by anyone of a public official? Like, where's that's my first question. My second question would be, um, why haven't or why haven't any of your compadres who are from the military have come out to back you or do a video for you, do something from the military to say, yes, she's a very good leader, and or what have you? It's quiet on that front.
So, and I
um
think I
mhm,
can speak a little bit to that. So,
okay.
um, again, another one today. I mean, today was rabbit hole day for me. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't get nothing done work wise. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm gonna get to talking to. But in one of the videos I watched, it might have been with Regina. She said Regina asked her about her service or something,
Mm-hmm.
and she struggled to get her service correct. So
Yes.
they struggled. She said, "Well, I did 4 years. I think she
Oh,
said reserve or something, and then active." And then she got it mixed up because she actually what she did was, or allegedly what she did when she got done was said that she did 4 years active and 2 years of reserve.
yeah.
So I don't know what happened, and she said it was during Desert Storm, and I know that was a time that I mean, you not a lot of us wanted to be in office, like or not in office, but in the military during that time. But she just couldn't go any further. So I'm wondering if something happened in her military service to where it's not good. Do you know what I mean? Like her compadres just were like just thankful to get her away from them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like we move on, and they may not communicate now.
Made in Texas said, how many years of service did she say she did in the military again?
Total of 6. So 4, and this is where she got a little confused, and so she's got everybody confused because like okay, so if you're talking about you and it's the truth, you should never be confused because the truth is not
Hmm.
truth is what the truth is. But if you're talking about you and it's a lie, the truth is going to get lost along the way. So she said that she had 4 years, I think, of active and then 2 years of reserve. But when she first started talking about it, it was 4 years of reserve and 2 years of active. So I was like, okay, which one is it? Yeah, I mean, and I think I couldn't see, obviously, I couldn't see Regina during that, but I feel like she
Right.
had that same look that I had, like, well, which one is it? Yeah, I mean, that, so, but yeah,
She didn't push her or she didn't push her on or challenge her on that either.
I mean, like, really, would you have though if you were actually interviewing her? Would you have really pushed her? Because, I mean, I'm not
No.
trying to be funny, but does it matter at this point? You started
Nah.
way late. I mean, like, people,
Yeah.
well, you don't have a name, right? So, like, you're not a household name. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the first thing. You won't give anybody your plan. So, I mean, I feel like this is like campaign suicide.
That's what I'm saying. Why is she wasting her money? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's paying for this? Because you wasting time and money right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
And you know what? What's up, though? Say he has an interview from January. January, he's a better candidate than her. You know, and originally when he first when I saw him at the Dalton podium, he stated he was running for mayor. I don't know at what point did he decide that he'd rather do trustee.
That's a good question, and I'm wondering if he was just smart enough to know I don't have the community or government experience yet to go straight to mayor. And I think that's her hard part. Like, that she's gonna have
Hmm.
to get over, is that you went straight to the top position. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have anything underneath you that says, you're community or government related. So I think
Yes.
that's the hardest part for her to, that that's why I said, like I said in the beginning, maybe if she got to know the community and, learned what happened, followed and watched, kind of like shadowed the trustees a little bit, I think maybe in 29 she'd have a little bit of a better chance.
Oh,
But like, you got some fixes to do now, so let me be clear. You have fixes to do,
yes.
but
And
you'd have
if
a better
I'm
chance.
sorry, if she was smart, she would take this time, the next 4 years, go get on a school board, go get on a park board, and try to mold yourself and build relationships, and then come back and run
Absolutely. Yep,
and
absolutely.
change your attitude.
Absolutely. And then, like, when you do come back, you can't, like, you service the people, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
can't snap at everybody, like, if that makes sense. So somebody asks you a question, you can't be like, yeah, D, that's what I said. Like, you can't. It doesn't work.
Nasty.
Right. Yes, D, I'm sorry you didn't understand what I said. Let me rephrase it this way. And it's still, I mean, you're still getting your point across, and I guess in a way you're
Hmm.
still a little bit on the nasty side, but it's not as nasty. Like, at that, it's
Facts.
yeah.
Facts. Hey, and like Made in Texas said, we didn't see even her church people that hasn't come out and said anything.
That's the scariest part, because usually a church backs you.
Yes.
So, mm, we'll see.
Yes, yes. You're right. Being a singer is a good thing. Hey, Texas, isn't her church? Oh, she has an online church. LCL. I know that's right, LCL. She says she aged like fine wine. Yes, indeed, baby. Oh, they saying Mr. Harrison will be a yes man for Cassandra.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? Okay.
No, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm not gonna say he's
Oh,
gonna
thank you.
challenge her their way, but I just don't think
Mhm.
that he's gonna be a yes man. Should they win, I don't think he'd be a yes man at all.
Well, I can honestly say, and I think I can put my whole, I don't want to say paycheck. I'll put my whole dollar on this. She's not winning.
Oh, okay, I agree. I will agree with that
She's
one.
not gonna win.
I think she just like, again, like I said, you started too late and you don't have a name, and then
Hmm.
even though she started late and doesn't have a name, if her attitude was just a little bit better and her approach to people was better, she could probably go a little further. But like you got too many factors working against you. So
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. What do you think about the moving trucks backed up to the Thornton Township?
I'm still trying to figure out what they took up out of there. Like I would really love to know that. Like, and I don't think anybody will ever know it unless one of her people right
Hmm.
around her decides to, start singing. But otherwise, I don't think we'll ever know. Whatever went out of there in that moving truck is long gone.
You know, this is my humble. Hey, model stance, and model stance was number 14 to hit that like button.
Thank you,
Thank
Mom.
you, model stance. Yeah. Hey, I think the math. I think the math is mathing now, close to it, but we'll take that. So several times I've seen the truck backed up to the Thornton Township, and my thought process, hey, coffee, I thought that every year you supposed to store files out off site, so I just figured they just storing stuff off site.
Now that's true, but usually I don't know who had the moving truck. So let's start there, right? So
Right,
usually it's a company that comes and stores it because it needs to be someone independent of the government that it's coming from. Like I mean, like it's just a holding place.
right.
But I don't necessarily know if it's files and things going
Mm.
like that. I don't know.
Ooh,
We'll
what
give
up,
it
Dose? We're gonna give her the benefit of the
we
doubt
give it benefit out, yeah.
until they do that audit. Then we'll know the truth.
Mm.
Because you can't, them government paperwork, you can't just be doing willy nilly with people's stuff. So if something come amiss, and somebody has to say something, you would
Absolutely.
think.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, though? She's petty. She's not gonna do a peaceful transition. I think she's gonna do it because she's not gonna be here.
Um, I don't know. I'm kind of with what up though, because she is very, very petty. And I honestly, to tell you the honest, when you did that poll the other day, and you were like, "How many people think that she's gonna show up versus not?" I was one of the ones that said, "Yeah, she's gonna come," because in
Me
my
too.
my whole heart, I thought she's gonna come and be like, "Y'all know that this was voter suppression. This is all rigged. This is
Yeah.
illegal." So, and she didn't, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of scary."
Yeah.
So,
You know what? I was in Dalton one day this week. Was it this week? Yeah, this week. And I drove past the school that she said it was voter suppression. Let me tell you, I wanted to go take a picture, take a video, but I said, I'm not going to be stopping around here. When I tell you, or maybe one day we'll do I know I need to do another Let's Ride, but you can tell the school is closed. The school look absolutely closed.
I tell you what, the best person to tell you about that day and her with her voter suppression is
Hmm.
Jason and Ed Steve. The two of them
Hmm.
did a video and they were like, she was just here. She knew this is where we were voting. This is where the like Cook County sent out everything.
Yeah, that was Ed, Steve, his brother, and I
Uh
think that
huh.
was the park district commissioner. I
Correct.
think that's who the third one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I wanted to say those were more personal subpoenas, but I could be wrong. She used to being served.
Yeah.
Now, how can you live here for 17 years and not know who Tiffany is?
That's a good question, Real McCoy. That's a really good
Yes.
like, and then by
Mm.
now, you should even know who Jason House is, and at least Ed Steve and Tammy Brown, because they've sat
Yes.
in positions long enough. Now I can see you not knowing Kiana Belcher and Brittany Norwood, but you should know them. And honestly, I take back to Brittany Norwood because Brittany has been around for a little bit of time. She just wasn't a trustee. So
Yes, I'm glad you said that.
yeah, because if you go back and you look at some of the videos,
Mm-hmm.
she has such a baby face on her back then that I was like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's Brittany. Yeah, you just don't pay attention to her because I guess she didn't have the title behind her.
Yes, you're right. Because I had actually went back again to I think May 2019, and this is when Ed Steve was Mayor Riley Rogers, and he was just speaking so highly of Ed Steve,
Yeah.
and he was getting into was it inauguration,
Yes. Mhm.
and and I just happened to be watching. I saw Norwood walking by. I said, "Wait a minute!" She had on her little blue dress. I said, "Oh, she's been here a minute."
Mhm. She really has. And if you that's funny you brought that up because in that video, um there was a guy that got up and stood in oh, I cannot think of his name to save my life. But anyway, he's no longer in Dalton. I don't even think he's in Cook County anymore at
Mm,
all. But he was talking about teaching the seniors how not to get their houses stolen from them with the deeds. And then she was in that because that was a board meeting. So Tiffany was in that.
mm-hmm.
And then now you look back and you're like, ooh, did he give her the game plan and we not know that he gave her the game plan?
Mm,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. Model stance. The best shade Regina ever did was showing Cassandra as a realtor showing a house. I've never seen a legit candidate showing houses during an important election interview.
Do we really know if she's a realtor? Because she's got a lot of hats.
She has a lot of hats. You right now. That's a true fact.
Like
Hey, Michael.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a pastor, you're a realtor, you're a flipper. Now you want to be the mayor. It was something else she said that she was. Oh, the chef. She was a
The
chef.
chef, yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget to put the belt on.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel
I
like
said,
I know. I feel like
"Mm,
if she got in, I feel like it would be Tiffany all over again. So like when Tiffany was outside, the one that had me the best was when it snowed and she had the snow blower out there and couldn't push the snow blower, but she was shoveling. I'm shoveling y'all snow. I'm feeding the people. And I was like, oh, you need to learn how to do that before you get on a live and say this is what I'm doing. Like at least practice. Do something.
yes." And even let me say this. I went back to Dalton's meeting, old meeting, and I saw that the mayor, Ri- Riley,
Hmm.
he also had a thing. He was feeding the people, the community. So I think a lot of stuff that Tiffany was saying, she had taken over things that she heard him do. And that's what people like gravitated to the old mayor. So I think she was listening, but she didn't watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of picked that up too. And I was like, but I really hope Jason or excuse me, Cassandra, whichever one gets in, I really hope they don't start with that. I'm feeding the people. Like
No.
my thing is this: like, why don't we? I mean, and don't get me wrong, for Thornton, I get it. Like for the town, I get it, right? But let's do this instead of us constantly feeding the people and feeding the people and feeding the people. Why don't we show the people how to eat? Like how to like give them some classes, some skill sets, so they can actually get jobs. So you're not feeding the people on an everyday basis. Do you know what I mean? Like make it to where, oh, somebody was sick and they were out of work for X amount of weeks or whatever, and now they can't afford food. I feel like that's what it should be for, and I feel like it's being used incorrectly. The
Hmm.
program.
Hmm. Yes. Um, and as you were speaking, I thought about something. And I want to say first, hello, Alice. How you doing? Glad you can join us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. What um, talking, I forget. Um, yes, we're gonna keep going because I sure lost that train of thought real quick. Oh,
It'll
I
come
was gonna
back.
say is I was thinking like a lot of people, if they own home, if they're homeowners, they have some sense of financial understanding. It's my thought process because you got to it's not like going to buy a car.
No.
When you go buy a house, this is a whole process. So the thing is, just financial literacy on how to keep it. But I just still think that people spend their money on a house. They know what you know. I don't know. I know I feel like I'm all over the place, but it's hard for me to believe that someone who owns a home does not understand the financial literacy of owning a home.
Correct. And I think the thing that gets me is because like how she says, I'm feeding the people, I'm feeding the people. Like, are all these really the township's people, or are you feeding people from Chicagoland? Because there's a difference. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's for the
Hmm.
township. And it, I mean, from
You.
we at it, it looks
Hmm.
like when she says, I'm feeding the people, I pay mortgages and I bury people and all this stuff that she says that she does or did, right? Like, it makes it look like everybody in the Southland is uneducated, broke, and
True.
as Cassandra said, one paycheck away from being homeless. So, but that's not a true representation of the Southland at all.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. Um, I hate when, yeah, it is a true thing that we all probably one paycheck away from, but I don't think homelessness, because again, you always taught like you always have this amount of money up front for your mortgages, or if you have a problem in your home where you need to get your roof fixed. Nowadays, you can go do Uber, make your money so you can go get your roof fixed. You know what I'm saying? It's more ways to make money. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being
No, you're right.
overly like to me. I hate. You know what? Let me say this. Then I mean it very humbly, and I hate when when they try to make Black African Americans feel like we are that we need a handout, right?
Correct.
Uh, and I think that also when you talk about like at that Thornton Township and maybe Dalton, a lot of people may not need that food, but they'll go get it so they can give it to their nieces, cousins, grandkids, not necessarily for themselves.
Right. And that's what I mean by, like, is it truly for the true residents? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it
Hmm.
for the residents of the township? And
That's
I
a
don't know.
true fact.
I just feel like there's ways to fix that to where we're not since apparently all of the Southland Thornton
Mm.
Township is all black and brown people, my black and brown people, which is wrong again. Um I feel like for it to be, if you go by what she says, and for it to all be black and brown people, you would have thought that she would have said, hey, I'm in power now, I can bring the black and brown people up to a different level, and with my, with my position that I have, instead of I'm just gonna feed the people and leave them where they're at. Because what's the old saying, ooh, now you got me, I'm kind of like you now. Teach a man to fish. That's it.
Mm.
Man a fish, he'll eat forever. Give a man a fish, or give a man a loaf of bread, and he'll just eat for the day, or whatever it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
drop the mic on
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of the mentality that I think we've got going,
Hmm.
and it's like we got to.
Yes.
So yeah,
And I was thinking also when you were just saying about the Black and Brown community, what have you done to help the Brown community to be able to communicate during these meetings?
nothing. That's why they don't attend.
Yes, that's correct.
Nothing. That they don't, because think about it, right? If all of us on this live right now, right, and I don't know the demographic makeup, but if we all
Hmm.
just up and move, let's say we all just up and move to Mexico, right? So we all get to,
Hmm.
some of us may be able to speak Spanish or whatever the dialect is there, but not all of us. So you do you get what I'm saying? So the ones that can't,
Hmm.
we just supposed to suffer.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
That's a
That's my
good one.
sorry.
Hey, Alice. That's why Tiff got rid of Ed. She couldn't stand him because he called her out on a lot of BS. Is he Muslim? Is he Muslim? I saw his wife have I don't know
I
what it's.
think so. Yeah.
Yes. They not playing that with you, girl. They said Cassie a realtor. I don't know if she a realtor or not.
Yeah, I like to see that because there's a ethic, like a code of ethics that they have to follow, and I'm pretty sure. Mm, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because the mayor Harvey, he still has his real estate license.
Mm,
I was like, oh,
mm.
hmm.
We're gonna leave
You
that
know
one.
they let Trina. Oh yeah, they left Trina alone. Okay. She never mentioned that she was a pastor when asked who she was. A child of God should have been her first out her mouth.
Mm.
Let's see. You know what? She never claimed. She never answered any question with that Regina interview. That's why I was confused. Like, are you going to really answer the correct question directly and not indirectly?
I don't honestly think she's answered any questions in any interview. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I think, but I mean, now in her defense, that is typical politician. So not to answer the questions to deflect. So
Miss Regina,
yes, ma'am.
if you come in the race at the last minute and you need some free publicity, what is the best way to do is answer
Oh,
these questions?
absolutely, absolutely. That's why I said. I mean, she's borderline. You're as insane as Tiffany is.
Mm,
Like, and not using common sense. Simple as that.
mm, yes. I'm like, how many abandoned houses are there left in Dalton? You know what I'm saying? What are y'all fighting over the abandoned houses? Or on her block? I forgot about that. Yeah. I don't think she'll do the dirty work. She's just not gonna be there. She just wanna be like Tiffany, just be the facilitator.
Mm.
Hiller said Cornflake Cassie won't get in to be the mayor. Cornflake? What the world? Is he talking about her weave?
Oh
They're
no,
giving free. Oh my
they've been
God.
eating her up
Huh?
about that. They've been eating her up about that lace front, and I'm like, she can't help it. Just leave her alone. Like, leave her little lace
and I
front.
and I thought it was a very nice lace front. I know
Yeah,
when that glue get to moving, it's a little different, but I thought it was nice. I was like, "Oh, who did that?"
yeah.
Hey, what up, though? Said they give free financial counseling classes when you purchase a FHA house. Mm, I didn't see her. They aren't buying them up. Oh, they aren't buying them on the up and up. Okay. Okay. Well, Miss Regina, I really appreciate you coming
No,
up. And you don't be a stranger. We're gonna give somebody else a chance
please
to
do.
yes, I appreciate you being here so much.
Not a problem. I'm just so glad I was able to come up. The last time it didn't work out too well, but I'm
Yes.
gonna go back in the bushes.
Okay, and I need you to come back. Don't be no stranger, okay?
So yeah, but so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back in the bushes and see if I can't get some of the people that's in the bushes with me to hit the like
Hmm.
button and subscribe.
Ooh, tell it.
But anytime I'll come back up, I don't have a problem
Uh,
with it. All right,
I appreciate you, Miss Regina.
not a
Have a
problem.
great one.
You too.
All right, later. Yeah, we got Miss Regina who has come up. Tiffany can't spell ethic, and Cassandra won't scream it at it. Cassandra will scream it at you. Yeah, she's a goofy. Hey, Tony, how you do? A toy. How you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna drop the link because today is Subscribers Chat Friday, and who is our next contestant to come up and have conversation? Conversations with me and the chat. She wouldn't have a towel. She would walk around with a whip. Now she no, they're not doing that no more. Oh, she gave a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish and you will feed him for life. Oh, I love that one. Drop the mic because that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no way that people do not know how to survive in hardship. That's my whole thing is, you know what I'm saying? That's what I assume. But I've been wrong before. But she's talking about feed the people. You better feed them with knowledge. Feed them with knowledge and I won't say understanding, but with knowledge so they can feed their families. Cassandra said on her live about being a realtor and a flip houses. Now, on that, somebody hit that link and come up here, please and thank you. Don't make me be like Cassandra. But how you gonna be asked to become a mayor? You sound like you want to be head of the housing department, not the mayor department. You sound like you want to be the caterer for the for Dalton and not the mayor of Dalton. You know what I'm saying? So we need for her to be more, she need to give us more, because what she's talking to Miss Regina and on her Facebook page and her YouTube and all this other stuff, but you're not talking like you're trying to get into a position. You're talking like, now that's yeah. Now you're talking like if you were like this is a game for you. Like you're talking as to me, and this is my humble opinion. If I was a resident, I would be upset because you wasting time, and I don't like time wasters. Right, like yes, a drifter. That's what she sound like. It sounds like this is something else you want to put on your resume, something else you want to act like you the queen of, but you got so many things going on. What are you 100% good at? Show us that you are good at leading the people, not feeding the people, leading the people. And that's what is we're asking of you. Ain't nobody trying to bully you, cyber you. We want you to get to the facts and get to the truth of the matter is these are people's lives that you are wasting with this unnecessary BS you got going on. I'm going to let you know and tell you my plans when around election time. No, no, sweetheart. Like you like to call people sweethearts. No, Miss Lady. Um, People need to know what you're gonna do now. Because right now you're wasting time and you're deflecting and you're taking time away from people who needs or should get the knowledge about who's serious about the position. Nothing you say or doing is making you sound like you're serious about this position. A swindler. Yes, so that's all we ask of you. Just if you're not gonna be real, it's like being in a relationship. If you ain't gonna treat me right, don't mess with me. If you're not going to do right by the taxpayers, by the residents, don't mess with them. You said in your interview, she said in her interview, yeah, I see it, and I'm tired of them treating the Dalton residents like they're a joke. But what are you doing now to make it that they're not a joke? You're just feeding into that stereotype right now. Hey, I dropped the link. Somebody hit that link and come on up, please and thank you. Under the houses belong to Dalton or part of the land bank. I don't know where these houses belong to, but oh, hey, Michael, can you imagine Madame Trudeau Wax Museum? She'll never make that. Hey, Precise, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I dropped the link because somebody hit the link because today is Chat Choice Friday. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm over. Nah, it was sad how she tried to classify that Steppers event as a gathering of her supporters. So now we know you on BS, right? Now you showing the people that you're not serious about this position. You are now officially have made yourself a joke. You're a joke. Can't nobody take you serious. And nobody's not going to take you serious. You need to go back, take the next 4 years if you want to run again. You need to go back and do some self evaluation on this situation right now. Because you don't look too good right now. You ain't looking too good, girl. And you definitely ain't talking too good. I dropped the link. Hit the link now. Now I won't be calling your name up so you can come up. Acknowledge is power. Little knowledge, little power. Yes. I saw that on FBI. Oh, FBI. I saw it on FB, Facebook. But what is oh, she doesn't know what a stepper event is. So a stepper event is like if you like a two-step. Hey, Michael is coming up. Thank you, Michael, for hold on. We waiting on Michael. If she really cares about Dalton, she will partner with House after he wins and introduce him to all these phantom business investors. Hey, Michael.
How are
He'll
you?
pop up. I'm finding yourself. Glad you can join us, Michael. Finally.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts?
I know I saw you look up like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Well, I can't understand why um, people haven't snooped. Why somebody at the bank didn't start getting nosy.
And what do you mean by like getting with the banks being nosy?
Well,
Like with Tiffany or Cassie?
I mean, just the whole situation there. I mean, everybody to this day and age knows your business.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, I mean, I'm surprised somebody didn't pick up on something earlier.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question, Michael. The same thing I had asked
hmm
Miss Regina. If you had 5 questions, what are the 5 questions would you ask Miss Cassie?
Hmm. What are her intentions?
Hmm. And be a little bit more specific with that.
I mean, who does she have communication? Who are her friends? I look more to trying to, you know, see what's on in the background to try to draw a conclusion.
Hmm. Okay. That's question one. What's the second question? Hey,
Oh,
Rasta.
it would be kind of like, didn't she have businesses like Tiffany?
Oh,
Were they
yeah.
successful?
Oh, good question. Do we know? We don't. Do we or do we not know? We don't. I don't know because I don't even know which. I don't know. I don't know anything about the lady to be honest.
hmm
Okay.
That's why she just popped up.
Literally, yes.
hmm
And what's your third question? Oh, somebody said they all. They. Well, what up, though? So they failed. I don't know. I didn't. So what would be your third question?
Does she have any connections to anybody in that area that people may or may not know about that could vouch for her, saying, "Oh, she's a good person. She did this. She did that."
Hmm. You're right. And that's what we were saying earlier. Is like, where is her platoon? Is that what you call in the military? Your platoon or your I'm not sure what it's called in the military. But the people you were in your squad with, squadron, I don't know. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Where are those people? Where are your church people? Where are the people
hmm
uh you showed a group of investors, but they just took a picture with you. They didn't say we're for Cassie, called Sandy. Cassie Brigade. That's what it is. Thank you. Oh, Rasta was in the military. Okay. Okay, so that was that your third question? Now what's your fourth question?
when you basically have a budget, it's how you live your life, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And when we live our lives, we want to go this way, and this way. We know nothing about the past, how what her intentions are, her budget, how she can balance it, how she can protect the seniors, things to that effect.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You're right. Because if we think about it, now so far what we've heard, she didn't sound like she was protecting seniors, even though the lady's 62 years old. That's close. That's uh that's what's that? Is that a senior? What senior age is varies, right? I thought it started at 55. I don't know. And that doesn't seem like someone who respect or protects seniors. Now, what is your fifth question?
Huh. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes. It's really hard to ask questions and answer them because we don't know much about her. Tiffany, we
Me
know we can
either.
go back and we go back to Tiffany. We know we some people who knew her. They make statements. We can draw a conclusion. This lady
Mm-hmm.
here, we can't ask her any questions because we don't know her intentions towards the seniors, to the taxpayers, people who are afraid to lose their homes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're right, because really I talked about like, man, there's ways to make money, but I forget like when you're a senior, that door closes because sometimes most people are maybe on fixed income. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Hmm.
and when these taxes are going up the way they are in the Southland, it's scary. It's definitely scary. Yes. But she called them broken losers. Yes. She's not relatable. Martin G is on now. That's why. Oh, so people, yeah. Somebody said Cassie went off. Cassie just went off on someone on Martin G. I can't. Oh, the real McCoy. Yes, the Steppers event is like a big dance party. Well, it's like two couples dancing. So it's dancing. Yes, it's like a two steps, right? Do you need a partner to do two step? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why she would even tell a lie at that event. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't your party that you was at. So you kind of should leave that out instead of now you leading and lying. Hey Deborah. Hey Rasta. I'm gonna have you up momentarily. And Rasta, she is an expat. Pat. EXPAT. And she lives in Mexico. And she's gonna tell us about, her life in she's an American that who lives living in another country. Who was in the military? Hmm. Oh, she's having a rally this weekend, I believe. Hopefully, she has a good turnout. Who's having a rally this weekend? And if she does, if it's Cassandra, I go and videotape it. She filed bankruptcy, so she can't handle household. Ooh, 55 and older is a senior. Well, I'm a senior, y'all. Deborah, hello from Arizona. I saw video where she was at a stepper function. Mary candidate had talked to someone from Dalton. Anyone knows what she said to the lady from Dalton and why campaign in Chicago? I don't know what she's saying to these people. She um she got a lot of going on, Cassandra. This is not a real thing for her. I can tell you this is not real.
It doesn't
Not
seem
at
like
all.
that.
Mm-mm. Not
I
even.
mean,
It's
yeah,
hmm?
go ahead, hon. I started
No,
following
go
your
ahead.
channel because I could relate to you just by
Yeah.
listening to you speak. And
Hmm.
this woman, you couldn't relate to pie in the face.
Oh,
She couldn't relate to pie in the face because she has no way of communicating. You know what I mean?
yes,
She just seemed like she can't talk to people. It's like it's my way or no way.
really. Yeah, that's why I
That's the way I
can't.
see it.
And I agree with you. That's why I can't take her serious. I can't take her serious. So, yes. Well, Mike, I'm not going to hold you. I'm trying to stay under 2 hours
Okay.
today because I be on here for like 2 or 3 hours. I be like, oh my God. And then had to get up in the morning. I'm like, girl, what are you doing with yourself? But Michael, as always, I appreciate you coming to the channel, interacting in the chat, um, all that. I appreciate you so much, Michael, because you've been faithful. My
It's
one A1 day one.
exactly.
I appreciate you. I am going to bring up Rasta. And oh, Michael, you left without me saying bye. You just hung up and left. Hey, what up, though? You don't have to know a person to ask questions concerning politics. Cassie has already shown people what type of character she has. She lied multiple times, so why would you vote for that? Listen, Cassie doing her own thing, y'all. It's her own election. She had a party all by herself, and nobody. How's she going? First of all, quick question. This link is hey CL Smooth, how you doing? How you doing? Hey CL Smooth, do you have time to come up? Rasta is on her way up. Please hit that link so we can engage. This is Chat Choice Fridays, where we talk about everything under the sun. Yeah, almost everything. Yes. But she doesn't want anybody asking her question. Uh, Cassie doesn't want people asking questions because she doesn't have the answers. Not only that she doesn't have the answers, she doesn't have a platform. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know who she's talking to. She doesn't even know what her. She really don't know what her the people in her block look like. Oh, you watching live in the clock at work? I'm at work. Hey y'all. Hey CS Smooth. I appreciate you. Cassie's not going to make in these YouTube. No, she needs to stay out the YouTube streets because she don't know. The YouTube is undefeated. YouTube will eat you up and spit you out. Oh, here is Rasta. Okay, hold on. It's coming up. Oh, I just lost her. Hold on. Let me go get some water real quick. Don't go nowhere. 22 people. And I want to say thank you all 22 for staying in the live. Oh, I know how Tiffany be feeling. Gotta get you some water. Rasta, she's coming back. But she's going to talk about she's an expat, was a former military, and an artist now living in Mexico. Always wanted to know about that. Go to Martin G's show, please. Martin G's live. Ugh. Oh, Martin, let's try it again. Try one more time, Rasta. My camera and mic was blocked. Maybe is it on your side? Cause I don't. Try it again. Oh, Martin G. Y'all want me to listen to? Uh, the rally is 1 p.m. at Village Hall. Okay, I'm gonna make it my business tomorrow. Who's Pastor Cassandra Jordan? Let's see this. Oh, that's. Oh God, I'm gonna have to suck this. Bremen. Oh, that's further southwest. I'm listening to it. Okay, so it's oh, okay, so it's gonna be Sunday at 1 p.m. Let me write it down. So, I'm gonna write it down precise so I know. Uh, trying to hold on. Oh, he trying to get Cassandra to come on his show. Uh, okay. They okay. I can only do so much of Martin G. Sorry. Um, so no disrespect, but they not talking about nothing. Yeah, no disrespect. They're just having conversation, and I thought that Cassandra was on there, and so the best thing to do was to put her in the title. Then people gonna come. So that's what that was about. I'm cool on that one. Thank you, CL Smooth, because they're just saying explaining on Martin about what was going on and why was she at the stepper set. Was the stepper setting during the day? Was that stepper set during the day? Free to worship ministry, worship experience church grand opening February 3rd. Oh, they. You see what he did? You see what Martin G has as a thumbnail? He was during the day. Okay, so I know at stop smacking. So they had some kind of from what I saw. This okay, so I remember one time my cousin asked me to go. Like it was during the day, and so like the seniors, they be having stepping sessions during the daytime. So especially for the people who are retired. Yeah, did you? Oh my god, I'm just gonna show you this. I ain't being petty. I'm not being petty. So here is the I'm just gonna show you. I gotta show it to you. So this is the flyer that he has up. So that's why you think that, oh gosh. So this is her inviting you to Cassandra's church. And it was in 2019. That's where that came from. Because I was like, wonder why. I'm thinking she was on it. Well, the stepping class was at night, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, what up, though? Yes, the seniors actually has, and there'd be a lot of them. They used to be on 87th Street, on near Ashland, and they used to have this big meetup for stepping during the day. I never went because I didn't consider myself a senior. But I said, shoot, I could have went because they get and I don't know if you know, but Stan Brown is he won a trophy for stepping. Yes, I'm just saying. So she just at an event, and I bet she felt awkward being there. I know she did. Because when she be at the Dalton meeting, she looked like she tight, and she looked like she's uncomfortable. And so, okay, so I dropped the link. Let me drop this link. Where's Rasta? She gonna come back? Rasta, waiting on you. Okay, I'm dropping this link, and I am requesting that one of you all hit that link and come up here so we can have grown up conversations. And when you come up here, I want you to give me 5 questions, if you could. I mean, it might be a little waste of time, but 5 questions. What would you ask Cassandra if you had a chance? Yeah, that was just explained. Cassandra was crashing And nobody knew her false advertising. And nobody knew that. But you wanna be mayor, and you got uncomfortable being around people. You could tell she's uncomfortable around people. Cassandra wasn't uncomfortable because she did know anyone. She didn't know anyone. No, she looked like, even when she goes to these meetings, she looks uncomfortable. It didn't seem like a place that she would be often. She sure did. She had her wannabe trustee with her. Oh, that one. I don't know. Like, what's going on with him? I just want to know what is going on with why he yeah, it's time for me to get my feeling. Maybe tomorrow. Uh grown up conversations. Yes, CL Smooth. That's what I call it. We're just talking and not judge free zone, CL Smooth. And thank you. After 17 years of being in an area, you should know at least 10 people. Hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to see. How many people do you know in your area? What? He sounds sensible. He just hooked up with the wrong ticket, definitely. He had a cancer scare. That's why he's been so quiet. Stanley had a cancer scare? Where you get that from? Way more than that. I was thinking, how many people I know over here? Overtime. Oh, I might know 10 people, maybe. No, Cassie's running mate. Oh, really? Okay. Man, he seems so like he's he seemed like he is so humble. Like he really quiet. He don't really say much. Um, I've only heard him speak. I only heard him spoken at the Dalton um public comments maybe once. Hold on, let's see. OMG, what's up, Rasta? How you doing? Guess we got in the house all the way from Mexico.
What's up? Hold on. Let me
Okay.
okay, there we go. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, how you doing?
Hi. It's nice to see
Look,
you.
nice to see you also.
I'm a
Look
girl.
at you. I know that. I knew
You
what you were.
call me young man. You call me young man many times, but I get it.
No, I figured it out real quick.
Oh, okay.
When you told me to go to your page, I said, "Oh, I got it together. My fault."
Okay, you get it now? Okay.
Yes.
How you doing, girl?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you can finally come on. OMG.
Man, I had to get my laptop. My Mexican phone was tripping. Was like no comprendo. Like they didn't
No
understand.
comprendo. Ay, Dios mío. What are you? Oh, okay, first of all, how are you doing?
I am doing very well. I'm doing very well.
Good.
If I was to complain, I'll be lying.
Oh, that is a true fact.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So before we go further, we gotta keep it business first,
Hello,
and then we're gonna
chat.
talk
Hello,
about you.
chat.
Yeah, y'all say hello to Rasta. She all in the chat every day,
Stay in the
every
face. Stay in the
day.
face.
Oh, we got see now. CL Smooth decided he want to come up here. Hey, CL Smooth, how you
Okay.
doing? Nice to see you. Turn your microphone on.
I was trying to set up. My bad.
It's okay. You in your car.
Yeah, I am. I'm at work.
Oh, I know that. Oh, you on break?
Nah, I just be in my car.
Oh, yeah, I see you. I see your badge. Oh,
Yeah,
let me tell you let me tell you a quick story. I worked at CTA for maybe a week, and then this is when they had the people who you stick your head out the window and close the doors, and it was
Mhm.
around Michael Jordan. I think I told the story, but this is one of my jokes. And they said, "Oh yeah, don't be prepared to get slapped or spit." I said that was the last day of that job.
he was a conductor.
Yes. From 95th to Evanston. What's the one? Oh no. Oh, Howard Street. Howard Street.
Howard Street, yeah, 95th at Howard, yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yes. We got Rasta and CL Smooth. That's what I'm talking about.
My
Grown
name is
folks
Artiste.
conversation.
Just to
Who?
let you know, my name is Artiste.
Artiste. Oh, why I been saying Rasta all this time? Glad you
Yeah.
done stop me from saying the bad thing, the wrong thing. Artiste.
I put it in the chat before, and you was like Artiste. Okay, Rasta. All right. I
Hey, me and
tried.
Tiffany. Hey, listen, me and Tiffany live down the street from each other. Okay, Artiste, how you
Okay.
doing? How you doing? I'm so happy to see y'all. So, question.
Mhm.
Okay, you give me 5 questions that you would ask Cassie because she's not. We would call her Cassandra, but we had to call her Cassie because if you can ask her a question, who wants to go
Me?
first? Go ahead,
I don't want to
Artiste.
ask her anything. I don't want to ask her anything. I could pick up on vibrations very quickly, and
Mm.
um, even if she didn't have anything to say, I still wouldn't have anything to say to her. But
Oh,
just her presence and stuff, I don't. What's the point of asking a question to somebody that's so vile? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm all the way in
wasted
Mexico. It's
energy.
not like I can put my hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? But like it's pointless. So I pass it to CL Smooth.
Okay, CL Smooth.
I would
Oh, because I
ask,
was waiting for CL Smooth to go with me on that to that what was
yeah,
that
to the
election night?
election, to the
Yeah.
election. Yeah, my
Okay, go
daughter had
ahead.
my car that day. I told you my daughter had my car
Yeah.
that day, so it was a little
Okay.
hectic. But number one, I would ask, like, is she being sponsored or supported by Tiffany Hilliard? And if not, would
Mm.
she be willing to do so?
Mm. That's a good question. What would be your second question?
Mm, why she keep getting her running mate name wrong?
Oh,
She cannot say Harrison for some reason.
She
It's always
cannot say
Harrison.
It's always Harrison. That's it. Like, it just stops. Like,
Harris.
you know what I'm saying? It's like her brain just go on buffer mode at that point. It just
And then she
stops.
says it with her chest, like that's what his
Yeah,
name
I say
is.
it
oh,
Like,
strong too. Like, say it strong too.
that's a good
Uh
point there. That's a good point. Do you think that's
huh.
a lack of respect?
yes.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
She couldn't even
Okay.
look the
because
man in his face when he was talking. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother.
no,
But
you good. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
when they had the interview, she kept looking like this. I'm very funny about vibes, and I've
Mm-hmm.
hired over 2,000 people in my career. I could tell when somebody is not being authentic just off of their body language. You know,
Mm.
this is supposed to be her partner. They supposed to know each other. I'll be all up
Mm-hmm.
in this space, like, yeah, bro, can you believe? But she was off to the side, like doing a mannequin challenge, talking over there. The camera wasn't over there. Nobody was over there. She was just talking over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lack of disrespect. She won't look him in his face,
Mm.
and she doesn't know his name.
Yeah, I agree with the lack of disrespect, only because of the stance that she takes, as far as she's a firm believer that there is, like, no fraternization, like, you ain't supposed to have friends in the workplace. It's only just, you're here to just do this job and just zero in on it, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So with her stance on that, she don't have no real connection with that person. Like, she don't. I believe is more so of a thing is, I don't need you, you need me.
Mm.
Hmm.
So you running on my ticket is fine and Danny, that's cool. I was gonna run regardless of the fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's
But
no
that's
real connection
unfortunate.
there.
That's unfortunate because she was on his platform.
Mm.
So
Of course,
it's
yeah,
it's
of
funny
course.
how it's like she needs people, but she act like she don't need anybody.
Hmm.
And those type of people, they will burn bridges as they walk across them. So we're giving her this attention right now because it's something to do. To be honest with you, let's
Yes.
get real here. It's something to do. But it has gotten really old and really stale. Like,
Yes. Yes.
it's to a
Right.
point where everybody's like, girl, be quiet and just go somewhere. Just run your campaign because
I
you're
mean,
asking too much.
it's more so mandatory too at the same time. Is more mandatory as well because she's we're talking about the general election, so we have to go into these deep dives and what they call it, vetting and everything like that. We have to go into these situations where we try to get to know these people and see what they're about and what they're talking about. And she's digging her own grave at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like um I got a chance to see the whole stepper thing, and my biggest thing is common sense ain't common. So for you to just sit there and try to portray and paint this picture like this whole little stepper set thing was like a campaign rally type thing,
Mm-hmm.
like what I'm saying, you going to your closing argument of it, like, yeah, the people came out and the house is packed. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you have a whole video of you standing in one space just recording the room. That's not
Right.
only giving creepy vibes, but it's
Mhm.
also giving like you're not reading the room. These people are here to unwind, party, and dance. They're not here
Mm-hmm.
to talk about political stance, focus, and they're not in tune or trying to be in touch with whatever's going on. Huge
She
point
did it
that
all wrong. She
yeah,
did it
she
all wrong because it's like a
completely.
picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay,
Hmm.
if she would have just took a picture with people to stand in front of a photo bomb or something like that, but she has visuals, live visuals, and she's telling us, don't believe your eyes, don't believe what you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing. I want you to listen to what I am saying, and all these people that just walking around me and not paying any attention to me, and I'm just walking us in a circle. She's socially awkward.
Yes,
She
she
is.
is.
She is
She
socially
is.
awkward. She just reminds me of somebody that just wants to stand in the corner and judge everybody having fun. And I was upset
Mm-hmm.
at her for being there because it's like you were mad at people for dancing and cheering about house, but now you in a dance club. Come on now, like let's like the contradictions is she's just a walking contradiction, and I don't think that she really wants to do this anymore. I think that this is one of her ventures that she had a bright idea about, and then
Hmm.
it fizzled out. But now she has to save face and has to just go through the motions, just like what Tiffany did. She knew a long time ago that she wasn't going to win, but she had to still save face and put out, I still need people to have their eyes and ears on me. I'm going to release fake receipts in a half-ass rap video, and I'm going to do all these
Mm-hmm.
things to keep people talking about me. And the thing
Hmm.
is, at least Tiffany had personality. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? Cassandra is like
And
talking to a brick, like talking to a brick. Like she has no personality, no nothing. And I really need somebody to dig into her military experience because I don't believe
that she
that
served in the
she
Gulf,
was in
in the
desert
Gulf War,
operation
in
desert
Desert
storm for
Storm.
4 years. That was one
Right.
month. The military was there for 1 month. I'm a vet, you
Hmm.
Oh,
know.
I
So
am
it's like,
too.
what did you do? Uh,
oh,
all
thank you
right,
for your services.
you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it's like, so what did you do really? Because we all know exactly what we were. A lot of us know our enlistment date. We definitely know
Oh.
our job code number. We know
Hmm.
where we were at what time. She's like, oh, this and that fumble was too immature and too
That fumble was real.
Mm.
like
That
that
fumble was
fumble,
real.
like you how you do that?
Hmm.
That was
That was
disrespectful.
a
Like it was disrespectful
that
to
was a
anybody
real
that
fumble.
served, you know?
So, as you two who have been in the military, how does that make you feel to see one of your allegedly of your what you call them? Not comrades, like one of
Yeah,
your
you can say comrade.
military, huh?
You can say comrade.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so comrade, how did it make you feel? Like you all actually served, and to see
Mm.
someone else not being their true authentic self because of the military. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're using it, but you're not. Then you turn around and say, "Oh, but I choose me more."
I don't have any feeling towards anything that she
Mm.
says. Like
You
it's
did
just
say that earlier.
like for me to be offended by what she says about military
Mhm,
stuff after she said all this stuff about brown people and how
mhm.
she like truly insulted the older woman that just was asking her a question. All of her stuff is null and void. All of
Okay.
it. So it's like, why even put any type of heartstring attachment to what she's saying? Because just like CL Smooth, we know, we see it. It's cap. Like it's a lie. So why would we even?
It's so cap. It's so
Yeah. So why
cap.
would we
Mhm.
even invest our energy into that? You know, people lie all the time. She's a liar. Right?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was waiting for that moment though. That's I was waiting for that moment. Not necessarily just saying like in that particular moment, but I was waiting for the Cassandra moment. And she delivered it right on cue, right on time. Because anybody who serves always have that sense of pride in saying that they
Mm,
serve. There were never nobody, even vets from 45 years ago, is not
Mhm.
gonna necessarily turn around and end a statement like that, say I love me more. It's always going to be that sense of pride that I served my country, I did something with myself.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? It is, and doing so is bigger than me. So I'm not gonna, strip that away in a selfish act and say, okay, I love me more. Like that
What the
was the
hell was the
Cassandra
point?
moment.
What was the
That was,
point of
yeah.
you
What was
going
the point?
to
What was the point of you going?
Afghanistan and Iraq
Right.
and stuff?
What was the
Like, what
point of
was the
you
point
going?
of you being in a desert storm?
What was
You
the
know,
point of you
like,
getting off the bus to go to boot camp? Let's
like
just start there. Let's just start there. Let's just start from day
that's the
one. What was the
beginning.
point?
Let's start at the
What was the
beginning.
point of you taking the oath? What was the point of you, what I'm saying, doing everything that led up to you getting there and getting off that bus? What was the point?
It was probably something to do. She probably wanted to get out of the environment that she was in. That's why a lot of us join the
A
military.
lot, a lot,
You
a
know,
lot of people. Yeah, I did. I ain't gonna hold you. I
me
did.
too.
I
I was like,
did.
I'm sick of this. And then I
I
went to the
did.
military. They started screaming in my face, and I was like, wait a minute, nigga. Like, yo, you can just talk to me. Don't raise your
I mean,
voice.
for me, it was kind of that, like, you know what I'm saying, it was just like I had nothing else to do, but it was still more easy for me to go into it because I had ROTC 4 years in high school.
Yeah,
So I was
Mm,
already, you know what I'm saying, I was already kind of like
mhm.
acclimated with what was going on, and it was just cool, it was acceptable. I'm just like, okay, cool, I can deal with it. So, and it was just like, all right, well, I ain't really got nothing really too much going on, and I was just, like how most kids are fresh out of high school, you don't know your direction, you don't know what it is that you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't privileged enough to be like, you know what, I want to go backpacking across Europe or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, it's just like, all right, I just got to find something to do. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, I
my,
joined
my
them
my
because
daddy
I
gonna
needed
kill
to get
me.
my my college tuition paid. That's why I was like, hey, let me let me go
Right.
get this GI Bill, bro. Like, hey, what's
hey,
up,
model
Modesty?
stance.
Hey, I
Hey,
don't have a
model
delay today.
stand. Yes, look who just joined us from ATL,
Hey,
y'all.
hi y'all. I'm
Model
sorry
ATL.
to interrupt like that.
stance.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I popped in. I don't know. Forgive me.
What I shotty?
Yeah,
Stop.
we're back.
Oh,
I'm sorry to
yeah.
interrupt. Please keep talking. I was listening, and all of a sudden I was
It's no
on.
interruption.
Oh, okay.
I'm
No.
sorry.
No, we just
Oh,
roasting this lady
Yeah.
over here.
Oh
Okay,
yeah. We just
like
we just cooking.
Deserved.
Yeah.
nothing crazy going on. We just
Well
roasting.
deserved.
Right.
Yeah,
Very
I feel
well.
like she's
Very
gotten
well
enough of
deserved.
our time, honestly, because just for her to be like, and YouTubers, y'all post this and whatever she did, she doxed somebody today. And she had his whole
Mm.
family on her page. Like a dude commented
Oh,
something,
yo.
and she was like, "Oh, this racist man, he's not racist. This racist man did this," and she pulled up all of his information and said, "I
really?
heard this. Yeah, his mother,
Mm.
his wife, like father, like she pulled up all these pictures on her page. I could go in and check it out if you want."
So, is
And
that
Mm.
internet bullying?
yes,
It is. It is. But
Wow.
I kind of like that video that Lady Luck Club put up. Actually, I made one too, and I tagged you in it. D Love. I ain't think you. I thought you were gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on.
You wanna,
You know what I'm
I ain't gonna
saying? You
call
dig
me.
me? You know what I'm saying? I looked out for my girl, and I'm like, I made a video, and
I
she
made a
didn't watch
video.
my video. But no, I like
is
that.
she
I like
live?
that video. I like the video that Lady Luck Club had put up because it was like a it was like a therapy session, and it was something in there that she actually had put in there is about like cyberbullying, so
Mhm.
like yeah, it is bullying, but yet and still though it still kind of infringes on somebody's
Oh, sorry.
freedom of speech.
Freedom
You
of
know what I'm
speech.
saying?
But she's
Yeah,
still trying to block out Frank's freedom of speech. He could call her whatever the hell he wants to call her. But
yeah, true.
it's like, it's just the contradictions is all over the place. All over she can't help herself.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
She can't help herself. She wants to say, don't go up in my personal space, but then she goes into somebody's personal party to be
Mm-hmm.
up in their space. She's like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
don't bully me. Then she wants to bully this white man on, like you can't.
We got a
Like
call.
it's like one of those scenarios like you just like, oh my god, you be sitting there looking at your TV screen, you just want to punch the TV, or you
Yeah.
want to just drag her through the TV, like,
It's messing it's
oh
messing with our mental health, yo. Let's keep it
yeah,
a buck
it
here.
is, like really it
It's messing
is,
with our
like
mental
really
health.
it is.
We don't even know these people. Like D Love is the only one. We don't even know these.
Because
I'm in Mexico, okay, and I'm fully invested.
That says a
I'm
lot.
fully
fully
fully it
invested.
like I'm talking about fully invested, like these are my soap operas, like I'm really
Yeah,
like
I'm
10 toes in.
All
semi-retired.
the
I don't have anything else to
characters.
do. I don't have
You know
anything
what I'm
else to
saying?
do
Like
right
I
now.
know
I'm
everybody's
semi-retired.
backstory. Like, oh my god, like
Sorry,
I
y'all.
can't wait till next week's episode. Like, oh, it's going
Exactly.
down.
Yep.
Exactly.
And
Like,
then
yeah,
they
how you
just
gonna sit there and say like you don't want nobody in your personal space, but you have no problem with going to knock on somebody's door, begging
right.
them to come in their house, sit on their couch, talking about some, yeah, talk to me. No, woman, you invading my personal space. Like,
Yeah.
get off my porch. Like, what's to you?
And that's why she went to Chicago, because she knew that she couldn't be knocking on doors in Dalton. She's going to get slam, slam,
Drag,
slam. You talk about a
drug.
vibe killer. Imagine
Would not.
waking up in the morning and have your little flyers in your hand.
Well, nah, she
Have
ain't
your
gonna do
little
that too
flyers
much in
in your hand
Chicago
and
either,
everybody
because it's gonna be
slamming the
worse than a
door.
door slam.
In Atlanta either. I told you, it's the
And you're
dirtiest
like,
south.
I'll
She
just
won't
stick
come
this
out.
in the mailbox. I'll just stick this in the mailbox. Don't worry about me. She burned her bridges. She just needs to.
Mm.
She needs to go back to that dance club and see how she become a member and learn how to step. She
That
needs to do
lady,
something totally different.
she dogged out everybody that was going to vote for her.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody from
Crazy.
the vets to the
Possibly,
pets.
possibly that was gonna vote for her.
Even if
Possibly.
they were gonna, she just dogged them out. Like there's no voting now.
From the vets to the pets, yo. She had
Right.
heat for
Who's
everybody.
left? Who's left? Hey, real quickly, I'm sorry, if everyone can, if you can, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That's the first rule. Second of all, please, I know CL Smooth, please become a subscriber to his channel. I just got. I
Oh.
didn't realize he sent it yesterday. Anytime. I was like, okay. Please go to
Yeah,
CL
you went,
Smooth.
you just scrolled
And
over. You scrolled over
I
it.
didn't even look. I didn't even open it. I just saw. I'm glad you said something. You know, life
Yeah,
be
I got
happening around here. And then I was so tired yesterday. I could barely make it yesterday. Yes,
you.
please subscribe to CL Smooth.
CL
Our,
Nah,
Smooth. Okay. All
it
right.
ain't. Look, it ain't for everybody. Like, I'm
Uh-oh.
all
oh,
over the place. So you know, what I'm saying, like,
What you
you
mean?
see something you like, just go ahead check it
They're
out.
like, what
But
you mean all over the
mm,
place?
I know I'm all over the. No, it's like my content. I'm just all over the place. It's a lot of different stuff. I
Oh
do
Lord.
social news, gaming,
oh,
battle
Okay.
rap. It's just like kind of all over the place.
But what is it? CL Smooth what? Nothing else?
how did I
Just
find
CS
it?
mode, but it's the channel was Everyday Gumbo.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
I'm
what it's
looking for
called.
right there.
Yeah,
Every day. That's
Oh,
because I can see it come up.
oh,
Every
okay.
day go.
Everyday gumbo. I got it.
yeah.
And also Artis.
Yeah.
Artis. Now, okay, I'm ready now. You in my good ear. How do
The
you
good
say the
book,
last? Buku? How do you say the
bouquet,
last
like
part?
a bouquet of
Bouquet.
flowers.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artis Bouquet.
They cooking on
Artiste
there.
Bouquet.
What is your channel?
Wait, hold
Okay.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Blues TV.
Yeah.
I'm
And
a
There you are.
filmmaker and I rap and all that other
mm,
stuff. But
Ah,
mm,
I'm going to have another channel soon, possibly a travel channel. I'm not sure because I don't want to be niched in either because I'm an artist and I do many
Mhm,
things and I want to be able
yeah.
to share
me
that with
too. Me too.
everybody because I
mhm.
don't believe that
Oh,
my talent is for me, it's for the world. So I'm not going to
mm,
Fact,
just do one
fact.
thing, you know, because I'll get
An,
bored with it. I'll get
an
bored. I'll
artist,
get
okay.
bored with it.
Okay.
Like, oh,
Right.
this is Mexico. Like, like listen, bro.
an
Like,
artist has many mediums.
yes, I do. I play. I was a chef, a celebrity chef for many years.
Mm. Oh,
I'm a
check.
writer, author.
First thing I see is Cassandra.
Oh Lord, she all over the place.
She all over
All
the
over.
place.
She's
Hey,
That's
everywhere.
right.
Model Stance, do you have a channel? Okay.
That's so funny you asked. Now I've been told 9 million times, girl, you should do this. So I actually did, the beginning steps of starting it. We're gonna see. We're
Okay.
gonna see.
Okay.
Not yet though.
Let me
I think you should, cause
Yeah.
yeah, I think you should, cause
yeah.
I kind of like Dear Woke. I'm
Yes.
kind of like I'm kind of really getting into
Different
his
people.
channel a lot really now, but he said something that was very interesting. He think that everybody should create. What I'm saying, just give it a test run for at least 3 months.
Got
Saying,
that.
Mm-hmm.
just see how you feel. What I'm saying, just see if you have the passion for it and everything like that. Like I have the passion for it, but I'm not looking to do it for monetization and nothing like that. I do it just because I just like doing it. And I get a chance to, what I'm saying, just express something that I feel that I like and just, what I'm saying, just share it with people that I have a connection with that enjoys like certain topics that I talk about and everything like that. And that's just how I just go about it.
You
So
said
I
you're
think
all
you
over the
should.
place, so we're gonna have all
Yeah, I am.
kinds
I
of
am.
people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm
Just
like, that's cool.
try to speak to, what I'm saying, a bunch of different audiences because like I play the game. Sometime my free time. Um, I barber. I've been a barber for over 20 years, so I cut hair. That might be a topic too. Um, well, I really don't talk about my military service no more like that, but I've been in the military too. It's like
Why not? I'm sorry,
all over the
I'm
place. Uh, I mean, it's done. It's done.
I
I'm
kind of I
I'm,
kind
I'm
of know a little bit. I have a big, let's say, a lot of my family members went in, and all of them
uh
came out with their own stories.
right.
And I got
It's
one uncle;
done.
he won't stop talking about it. He doesn't like it.
Okay. Okay. That's good. And I
Mad at everybody about it.
respect and love his service as well. But no, it's
Oh,
just
thank
done.
you.
But yeah, you would never get me to say the Cassandra thing like I love me. What I'm
Uh,
saying? You'll never get that comment
That's
out of me
crazy.
about it.
I
Yeah,
got a
that's so
question for
dead.
Cassandra. Cassandra, did you rethink that camera angle on the Facebook Live that you're shooting vertical, babe? Should be shooting horizontally. That's
She
all I'm
don't
trying to
know
say.
anything.
Yeah, that wasn't her call.
Now, if she was looking down on us, I'm thinking that is not what you want when you're running for office at
No, but
all.
that's how she sees everybody. Like I said, everything is
Fact.
intentional. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? When you pay attention to
Yeah,
how people are and what
Hmm.
they do and stuff like that, it's all
Right,
intentional.
especially that
You
right.
kind of
know,
calculating personality, allegedly.
Mm-mm.
allegedly.
In my opinion, you calculating. I could say
Thank
that.
you.
She's
Yeah,
And
thank
calculating,
you.
we
but it's also pretty much like you can see through it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
mm,
nothing sneaky or like methodical about it. It's just out there and it's sporadic. She doesn't even know what she's doing,
Right.
yeah,
really.
you out there like in the kitchen doing the video, dogging out the people. Unbelievable.
And
I'm
then go on
shocked.
Regina and say, I'm a people person. I'm the nicest person in the world.
you just went on
Right.
a rant.
You told
How
those
do you gonna say
people
you the
they were one
nicest?
check away from homeless. And you want me to vote for you?
She and let me throw
Girl,
this in here real quickly so I don't overlook it. Foxy to Roxy, she will be having her show tomorrow 7 was it 1 p.m.? Did I read that right? Maybe should I get it right? And she'll put it in the chat again. And it's called Foxy Angel Zone. And if you can, please check in and tap into Foxy to Roxy to her channel, her new channel. Can you add it in the chat, please? I think I just added CL Smooth in there. Uh Artiste, can you put your channel? Oh,
Added
she's
mine.
gone again. Oh, CL. Oh, gone again. I don't know what happened. Oh, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Oh, did you put your oh, she did put a channel in there. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let me say people can't copy. People can't so I would just write the name. Like I try to highlight it, but you can't highlight it. Well, I don't know what they can do. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, join everyone's channel. Be supportive. I know they will. I know she didn't put this name in the channel. Say that name 3 times. We in trouble. So on Cassie, is real estate nothing? There, that's her business. Investor. She was showing the properties they can come in and purchase. So she a real estate agent. Thank you, artiste.
Yep. I said that she needs to
Also, she a real.
drive the hay wagon during Halloween and show people the spooky abandoned houses since she riding around and getting it. You might as well Woo, look at this house. Woo.
Hilarious.
She
Hilarious.
should have a haunted trail.
Hilarious.
Yeah, haunted trail or the hayride.
I'm about to fall out my chair, y'all, with that one. You know, Dalton is not made up like that.
It's really
Dalton,
not. But I mean,
no.
it is like those spots. But she only particularly went to those spots. You know what I'm saying? Specifically went to those spots.
Yeah.
CL Smooth. Hold on, CL Smooth. Let me ask you a question because I know you from somewhere in this area. Oh, you know about this area. Explain to me where do you see that at in Dalton?
Okay. Not all right. It's 4 zones. So.
Oh, she said, I think there's 4 zones.
4 zones.
I want to say,
right. So I want to say, yeah, maybe 3 for sure. But all right. Okay. Down on that end where Village Hall is not a lot, but there's a few. There's just a few.
Yeah.
Back up around, I want to say Sibley, going back north of Sibley, kind of, sort of. There's possibly some.
Okay.
I can't give actual address. I ain't lived in Dalton. I lived in Riverdale. So that's like when I found you, you was doing your ride along. So I know everywhere that you was at.
Okay.
I knew everywhere that you was at. So when you was doing when you was going through Riverdale, like I know Riverdale. I lived in Riverdale. I lived in Riverdale. I lived in South Holland, and I had a brief stay in is it Dixmoor? I want to say Dixmoor.
Oh, Dixmoor. I lived in Dixmoor once in my life.
Yeah, just a brief stint there.
Yeah, it was definitely brief. It was definitely brief.
Yeah, it was just a brief stint.
More because the fact that she is so hell bent on these abandoned houses, there's abandoned houses in every single city, every small town, everywhere.
Yes.
Like there's
every country.
Every city has a project.
Like there's going to be a dilapidated house somewhere.
Yes.
You know, it's just how it is. You know, the person may have died, and you know, like it's a lot to go with that. The family probably don't want to give up the property and stuff like that. It's a lot to go.
Exactly.
It was random that she went walking around doing that videotaping anyway of random houses and empty houses. You haven't even told us anything about what your platform is, but you're going to drive around look at abandoned houses.
And what you going to do about the damn abandoned houses, lady? Because those things look like they have been abandoned for a very long time, and she wants to blame the trustees like they supposed to go out there with some type of cement and those brick scoops and just start laying stuff down.
No,
it don't work like that.
tell her she's Bob the Builder. She loves to have a hammer and a tool belt on. So
And a
why you
tuba.
ain't going? Why you ain't going out there and fixing them bad boys up yourself? Why you ain't? You a real estate agent too? You ain't got nobody. You ain't got no construction team behind you. Just
She
like, you
doesn't
know
have a
what? Let's
team
just
at
go.
all.
I know exactly.
I
Exactly.
saw a video of her walking like door to door, and I was like, that is the loneliest walk that I've ever seen in my life.
She probably was
I'm
scared.
laughing because
She was just walking like I was like, oh, that's the loneliest walk. Like, there's nobody there. Like, nobody's with you. Like, so who's
I'm
on her
con-
slate besides the Harris guy? Like,
and nobody else, just them two.
she
No
has no
nieces and
home.
nephews, uncles or cousins to come help
for
you go door
real.
to door. No family members.
No, because I'm
Right.
confused. Who are these people that's answering these doors? Because even still, like I'm in the city, and I know D-Lo, you in the city too. You not finna
I'm in Harvey.
you not randomly knocking on my door. I'm gonna
He
think
Mm-mm.
you're a
lied and
Jehovah
said he
Mm-mm.
knocked
Witness.
on 500. Allegedly
I
lied.
don't I don't
I'm
do
gonna think you're a
unexpected
Jehovah Witness.
guests.
I'm gonna leave you out there. I'm not coming to talk to you.
I don't do
Mm-hmm.
unexpected guests. I get
I don't
like
either.
No.
I don't.
She did
even if I
not
know
knock
you,
on
I will
500.
stop talking to you if you just drop by my house. Like, I will stop talking to you. I don't care how
Right.
close we are.
Right.
Like, don't do that.
Especially in the South. You just don't do that. Right.
Don't do that.
Do the
So
peephole
I
like
don't
this. Like,
believe that
that's
she
Yes.
that
talked to
lady.
500 people. She probably knocked on doors and stuff, and people wouldn't open them for her. But she's not
500 though. Come
approachable
on.
to talk to that many people. She was in
Well,
a
she
hallway
had
Walk by
with a
door.
whole bunch of people.
now for her. Now she had to get 500 names on that paper, so she had to get somebody to sign off on it. They may not
Exactly.
know her, or she may have
Hmm.
talked a good game at the Food for Less,
Hmm.
because you don't know what
True that.
kind of people you get at the Food for Less, and
I want to see that list.
She went to Home Depot early in the
let's
morning
be. Oh yeah,
and
there's
looked
a
at
Home Depot. There's a Menards in Dalton.
the
Artists,
construction.
Yes.
you want to see that list? They tried to get her kicked off the ballot. Well, that was in.
Hmm.
No, why was she at Thornton
Hmm.
Township then? Why was she at Thornton Township at the electioneering meeting? Because she was talking to Krigley about her grass.
Hmm.
Mm.
You can't reason with crazy.
But
Allegedly.
I'm just saying,
Well,
did
because
she
of the, I
did she
believe
get
because it
kicked
was a
off?
challenge. Still, no, she didn't. It was because of the challenge. They was challenging her.
But
That
that was
was
for
Tiffany.
no.
That was
We were
Tiffany
in
told her
Thornton
right.
Township. We were in Thornton Township for this electioneering. I wasn't in there. I
Oh,
didn't go to Dalton. Didn't have one.
oh,
Because remember,
see
she
that
was
Silly
at the
that
though.
news,
table with Krigley, and he was trying to
right?
get
That
her
was
kicked off the ballot.
right. That news clip that was at the town hall though.
Oh
That was
yeah.
at Dalton Village Town Hall. That news
I thought
clip.
that was around the Lori Lightfoot report. Is that what you're
No,
thinking?
no, I was sitting in the same room with her
Uh,
during that electioneering. I want to say it was the second time they met, and she was at the desk. And when uh, Krigley was trying to get her knocked off the ballot, and that's when she
Mhm.
was asking him about what's some garbage cans or about
The
moving some
garbage, the
garbage,
grass,
and he
or
was like, "Yeah," I said that when I heard when he said, "Oh, we do it as a favor to the residents."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that.
So, and I can't. I think I recently threw all that paper away, like for the agenda. But I'm gonna find out. Somebody tell me. They hold election stuff for Dalton at Thornton Township. Okay, I'm gonna look for my paperwork. I'm gonna look for it. Well, go ahead, y'all. Don't mind me. I got to find it now. You know,
That's fine.
so you gotta dig it up.
We got another
No,
question
yeah.
for Cassie. Are you cousins with Tiffany? There you go, Cassandra. That's a question for you because I don't believe you when you say you don't know her. I think you know her. Or no, you maybe y'all were college roommates. I don't know. Something. But
Oh,
birds of a feather flock together.
there's a connection there because
Absolutely.
I didn't know her. She studied her.
she uses a lot of she
That
uses a lot of the Tiffany puns, a lot of them.
Yeah, the
and they
secret squirrel meeting and stuff like
right,
that. Like,
right,
you
right.
Yeah,
know, I'm like, she must have studied her, you
Both
know,
don't
and
speak
Very,
English
yeah.
well.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
speak English
they
well.
both,
Because
yeah,
I
they
couldn't
both
believe when she said,
went to the
"Yes,
same dollar
you
store
don't
for
know who
their
I
education.
are. You don't know who I are."
no, she said no. She said
Right.
word.
I
She said
mean,
I
and that is
want them to
no
know who I
alleged.
were. I was like, girl, what the, you
Yeah,
know?
and
Because
who I
at first
are.
I thought that
You
she
don't know who I
had,
are.
I thought that she was Tiffany, but just with a little bit more intelligence. And then I just
Yeah,
realized
people were
that it's her
saying that.
tone. It's her
I was like,
tone of voice that makes her sound like she's
right. It's
smart,
very abrasive.
you know?
Hmm.
So, because
Right.
she
Right.
demands authority. So you kind of think that, okay, she knows a little something. But once you listen to her speak, you're like, oh, she's
She'll take you off the side of a mountain.
fill
You
the
keep
blank.
listening, you're gonna roll
Fill
off
the
the side of
blank.
the mountain.
Yeah,
Like
they both
that is so
graduated from
true.
Robert Morris College, Kumo Lati.
Kumo Laudi.
Hmm.
Yeah, they need
They
to
both
show me
graduated
those
Kumo Lati.
degrees.
No,
Yeah.
she
I
needed to
agree with
show
you
us
guys.
these
Kumo
contra or
Lottie.
these investors that she claimed that she do have that want to invest in Dalton, but they're willing not to invest because of the leadership that's in seats right now. I need to see who these investors are. I want to know who these people are.
And
Yeah, yeah. This
Because
was
if
so.
those
I caught
people
that
don't
too.
want to invest, if they're thank you so much, Foxy, for subscribing. But if those people don't want to invest unless she's in the office, they don't you don't need her. You don't need those investors because
Right, and you can call
apparently
anybody an
they're
investor.
going to try to dog the residents just like she does. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
So their
She
property
threw that out there.
rent is probably going to be sky high and not unaffordable, and just a whole mess of stuff. You know,
Yeah, but
so
you're
I
giving
don't
her a
think
lot of.
that.
I don't think they're real investors. I think that was just something to say, just like we know how to do. And because, like I said, you can call anybody an investor, anyone. Because when you're not
Mhm.
showing me any people, it could be a kid giving five
Mhm.
cents, and
And
that.
you know, it's my you know, I'm thinking that like she did with the stepper set, the stepper thing, she just took a big picture with a group of people and say these are her investors.
That's what I'm
And then
talking
she took
about.
the picture down.
Oh,
Somebody in
Mm-hmm.
that photo was like, "Hell no, get me out of you're not going to have me in this
right,
picture. You want to try to find
right,
out who I am and put all my business on the interwebs?
right.
Nope.
Yeah, no, no, no. There's nothing to say I
Mm.
support you. No, no, no. That ain't what I'm
Like
here
I,
for.
that's right. Like I said before, how about I was talking about how with Tiffany, it might be something diagnosable. Like once you realize that they keep surprising you with things that are not normal, like normal people wouldn't do what we think is normal. And then that's when I start to realize after you hear a lot of that, you kind of go, oh, oh, I get it. You're crazy. Allegedly. They re-
For lack of a better word. But
'Cause-
at least Tiffany kind of, well, I can speak for myself with Tiffany. There was times that I really couldn't stand that girl, and there was times where I felt bad for her. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like when she was standing
'cause
next to
you're
that
normal.
shed, when she was standing next to that shed on election night in the darkness in the cut, I was like, oh, she's really, oh. And then I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? Forget her. Like, no, like, because
Right. But
she won't even allow you to feel that way. Because the very next day she's saying some crazy stuff. So it's like, oh, whatever. Like,
yeah,
if you
she
have a
Mhm.
couldn't
heart, you
care
feel
less
something.
what we think.
With Cassandra, like, I didn't feel anything. The first time that I saw her was the Lightfoot report, and how she was like, oh, that was just a waste of money, and yeah, nobody, like, we already knew all the stuff that she said and this, that, and the other. Blah, blah. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. That's the first time that I saw her, and I was like, ooh, like,
Mhm.
like, get away.
Yeah.
She's not
Mm.
a nice person. I don't like
And
Mm.
not nice people.
and
They
they don't
make
care about
life
other
hard.
people. Neither one of them care about anybody else. They literally don't care what you think, you know? And they keep doing things even though we might have a heart. We might be like, "Oh, maybe we were too harsh on her." But they don't care about you never hear them say that about others. They don't say that, they're not caring about the people they hurt because they just take money and go do whatever they want to do with it while they know people are needing the money. Like the children, like old what's his
Yeah,
name?
they
The
don't care.
car wash money. They don't care. So I found myself not giving a crap about them now. Neither one
Mhm.
of them I can't find it in me anymore. I used to have a heart with Tiffany. I don't want to see her to go to jail,
Oh,
but
I don't
then I
care.
thought, yes, I do want to see her go to jail.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
She absolutely needs to go. We might be saving her child from her. Really. Because,
When I saw her in LA, I was highly offended.
Oh, we all
Okay, when I
saw that
saw her
too.
in
We all
LA.
saw that.
And I started to call Sam because I know the owner. I cooked for Nipsey many
Mhm.
times and stuff. So like, I wanted to contact him, and be like, "Yo," but that video was already out, and he's a busy man. I'm not trying to put any drama into anybody's life and
Of
stuff
course
like
not.
that. But I was really like, "No, she is not up in." No, I don't like that. I don't like
Mm.
that because she goes her rule of law, the way that she functioned goes through totally opposite from anything that Sam or Nipsey Hussle would even approve of. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I was insulted by the fact that, oh, you just came up in there and you still talking about you the super mayor of Dalton and like
No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. The
She's at
super mayor
Chicago.
in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
No, but it
yeah.
says super mayor of Dalton in
Right.
Chicago.
It did. Right. It did. Right. Yeah. It said that. And the supervisor, Thornton Township, the super mayor in Chicago. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it read.
Like, can we still
Mm.
try to
I
claim
wasn't
that
necessarily
you
offended
Remember that
hold
about
on to
that.
that
sweet
It's
title?
video.
You're not even showing up to work. You're not even showing up to your own like
And she's still
party.
getting she's still getting a paycheck.
still getting a
Yeah,
paycheck.
Yeah. She's not out of office until
And
May.
woo,
that's a nice
Mm-hmm.
job to have. That's a nice
Yep.
job to have. You don't have to show
think
up.
about
You
that
can just
first day,
drive
y'all.
home.
We saw
Mhm.
that day. I happened to see it. I don't know how I saw it when Tiffany was sort of given the position, and how they did the interview with her afterwards, and she was just, oh, she looked like she was just so excited, and she was just, everybody thought, okay, let's see what happens, and we witnessed her just completely destroy anything that could have been a cushiony job she could have had the rest of her life. She just played it right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Instead, she just walked on people, and there are things we can think about that we saw her do, like she just how she talked to people. Like
Mhm.
I can't stand and listen to her anymore because I can't. I've been wanting to go through the screen
Yeah, she could
because
have really
like
been the
she'll
real
say something.
Harriet Turpin. She could have been
Yeah.
the Harriet Turpin of 2025.
You
You know what
say
I'm saying?
Turpin?
Yeah, she could have been the Harriet Turpin of
She really
2025.
could have been. She could have
Like
had
she could have
a
really done
great
some really
life.
amazing things. She could have
She
really
could
done
Yeah.
some
have,
really amazing things. She
She
could
really
even be
and
could
a
have.
she
governor
was.
one day.
Yeah.
You
She
know?
She
really
went in
could
there
have.
being a tyrant. It was a hello,
Hey,
everyone.
Tiffany.
As loose as a good. Oh,
Tiffany.
I'm sorry. That name triggers me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Tiffany, that you have that. You have to share that name with that woman. I'm sorry.
They, they named
Tiffany
her.
Riley. She said, "Hello, everyone. I have a question. Did Lori Lightfoot say the deficit is 115 million, or was it a different number? Because somebody keeps
it was a
saying,
different number.
okay,
Lori
Yeah.
Lightfoot said it was a different number, but when you
Yeah,
add
it was a
all of
way lower
the
number. It was a
lawsuits
way
and
lower,
stuff like
but
that,
that was a rough estimate because she didn't have full cooperation of anything. She doesn't really actually know. It's just like what they could uncover on the surface, or at least what they could uncover that was given to them, and that
yeah,
was the
because she
number that
said
was
it's
presented.
up to like $15 million or something
Yeah,
like that. But
right,
the 115, I think, is because they
Right.
are adding all of the lawsuits and stuff like
mm,
that into it. But that's not a part of the report,
right.
mm,
So, and even that math is wrong. Like
Well,
I think
that was Trina.
we're
That
like
was Trina
60
saying
million.
115 million. That was Trina
mm.
screaming that number
You
out because
can't
she
say
said
that three
that.
times, CL Smooth.
What?
Have
Don't say
mercy.
that name three times, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanna. Yeah.
But I'm
Sorry, I
She
don't
telling
like
will
it.
you,
Her.
appear.
She was.
Yeah,
like
she
somebody,
will.
you talking about making a T-shirt? Somebody got to
Right.
say, "No, Trina, not you," on a T-shirt and wear it to her rally because that right there was gold. That was
Like,
no,
not
like she
you.
came up on there real tough for 5 seconds.
Mm,
For
And
Oh,
five.
God.
I don't get her either. I don't get her. Trina is not dumb at all by any means. She's very well
mm-mm.
educated.
She's education.
She's very smart. But
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get the overly aggression of it all. Like the ignorance of it. The you know what I'm saying? The this persona that
Yeah.
it is. I don't get that.
Look at the
Like
look on her face.
why do you have to do all that? Like what is to
I
you?
think people lack love, to be honest with you,
Mm.
because
Yeah, I think.
you
Yeah,
know,
I think
like
that.
you don't if you have a loving life, if you have
Hmm.
somebody that really loves you, you know what I'm saying? Like hug you, like hold you. It's 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 like
Oh,
a source of protection. You don't want to put all that out into the world, you
Mhm.
know. And there's a lot of I don't even know the word for it, but that's the
Mhm.
sound that you get. You know what I'm
unless you're
saying?
mentally ill. Unless you're mentally ill. Look,
Yeah,
y'all. That
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. Some of this stuff is not regular. It's kind of like
No, it's
I'm beginning to think a lot of issues. You know.
I wanted to know honestly, D Love. I wanted to know what's in the water.
in the Southlands.
Yeah,
I'm talking,
because like
oh, I'm talking about my.
per capita. Okay, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Per capita,
Oh.
like
Mm.
the attitudes for it to be such a small town. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? It makes me wonder, like, what's in the water? Why is everybody so damn hostile and aggressive? Like, it makes me clutch my pearls.
Oh, okay. Well, well, this is what I say. And CL Smooth, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'll receive it, and I apologize if I offend anyone. But no apologies. But and most of these people are from the West Side. A lot of these people didn't grow up on the
that's
South Side,
that's true.
so there's a whole
Because
yeah. So it's
a lot of
the
yeah.
mentality is different.
Hmm.
So they
Oh,
bring it to the South Side. So it
it's
looked
a
like we all act
mentality.
that way. We not the South when growing up back in the day. South Side
I don't believe
people
that.
they said we was stuck up,
Yeah,
snooty. I
yeah,
mean, it's
we're it's still that way to this day, I believe.
okay. Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'm down to earth, and the people on the West Side, they don't play no games. They like New Yorkers, kind of, sort of, in a way, but not maybe not. Y'all got an
Yeah,
edge
don't say
when y'all
yeah.
get to talking.
But is it something like they were gentrified into the Southland? Like Section 8 housing became available, and you know what I'm saying?
You
'Cause
you know
sometimes like the suburbs are really nice, and then they
In
move, they get
in some cases, you hear when you hear a lot of backstories
thank you,
about
coffee.
people
Ah, yeah.
that moves into the Southland is always better opportunity, better living, cost of living, things of those natures. So I don't necessarily say that they was just actually pushed out. It was just more opportunity. But
Yes,
Hmm.
you can take a nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like
that is so
it's
Facts.
true. That is so true. Just living in Mexico, most of the black people that live here are from Atlanta,
mm,
Houston, um, LA, and there's a couple of Chicagoans down here. And the thing is, when you're trying to move to a different country, you got to leave that mentality where you left it from.
hmm
Absolutely. I know,
Because
but
what's the
yeah.
point of bringing that down here?
oh
mm,
yeah,
And
you
I
go to
found
jail.
that, yeah, I found that a lot of people that just want to get out of the country but don't want to change their mentality, they come down
Yeah, they
here
think.
and they want to kind of gentrify, like blacks only type of thing, and then they all hate each
Mm,
other. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? Like they all hate each
hmm
other.
right.
And I'm like, what? And then, like where I live in a rainforest, and
hmm
there's something
Oh, I love
spiritual
it.
about this place. We I have a pyramid
hmm
25
Right.
minutes away. There's something spiritual about this place. So if you have no good intentions, Mexico will chew you up and spit you out, and then you find yourself
hmm
right back in your hometown. I've
That's
seen it
hmm
right.
too
I
many
know. I know
times.
that.
So
hmm
it's like, yeah, they could see what is the point of them saying, oh, the Southland, they're uppity, the schools are better, like they have better this and that and the other, and then you go there and destroy it.
Well,
Right.
let me
Right.
say this. Let me say this. So what? So we know that for sure. It's a fact that when at one point from the south, people moved up to the north, right? And a lot of people
Mm-hmm,
moved to the west side. And
mm-hmm,
so as time went on, a lot of people moved to the south suburbs, but the south suburbs at one time was like, this is where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
before it got like this, what it is now.
Right.
I think in the last 30, maybe 30 years, but I do remember as a kid, I always said it, going to Markham skating rink and we driving through the Southland and it was like nice. And it was white people here. And they used to have signs in their windows saying we would not move. Now, here we are now.
Ooh.
Now, yeah. And now, look at now, it's like it's majority African Americans, and it's now
Mm-hmm.
Spanish speaking people. But someone told me recently, community has a 20 to 30-year transition. So you will see these communities changing over time.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
the
So
can
I,
see
community
that.
that I was raised in Brooklyn, this it's all white. The bodega is a Whole Foods. like
oh,
like I don't even know anybody in my old neighborhood. So yeah, it
mm-hmm,
all it all just changes. That's just life.
yes,
You know what I'm
it's just
saying?
life, right?
Yeah.
And we got to also remember when they tore all those projects down on the south side, a lot of people scattered. So that's why you had these pockets of these communities that looks kind of
Hmm.
rough.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I grew up in Inglewood, so I don't go back there. I drive by just
Right.
to remember where I came from.
That's that's why I said I
Right.
thought you was in the city because I remember seeing something you said you was from Inglewood, so that's why I thought you was in the city.
I grew up in Inglewood. Went to
I,
Inglewood High School and all.
Yeah, I Google
Okay.
Earth all of my old neighborhoods because I'm not going
Yeah.
back. Like I'd rather look at it from the sky view and be like, oh, yep, I remember that. Oh, that's changed. Okay, cool. In the comfort of my cozy home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going out there to look and see what's going on. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So people tend to leave where they come from and bring their attitudes and their morals and their whatever they got with them. You know what I'm saying? So Cassandra, where she's from the West Side. At some point, her and
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, they were from the West Side, and they eventually, as they were younger kids, moved to the South suburbs. So she always said, I grew here, you flew here," but no, really, she really flew there. Also, she
No,
wasn't born
no,
there.
Mhm.
no. She drove there.
Right, right.
Okay,
Yeah, I
she
saw
drove.
somebody talking about
She
Oh,
could
she
have
drove.
walked there like Jen. She could have walked
that.
there.
No.
She got a
It's a
ride.
little it's a little stretch from the west side to
She
Dalton. It's a
Ubered.
stretch. So
Okay,
yeah, she definitely U-hauled over there. She didn't
definitely,
grow there. She definitely U-hauled.
definitely.
You
But at
haul.
the
You're
same
right. Okay,
rate, at the
put it into
same rate, it
perspective.
doesn't matter if you were born and raised. I don't understand. And that's one thing about this whole thing with Tiff, since she's become popular and international.
Hmm.
I understand the Daltonites being offended by outsiders coming in and have so many opinions. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I used to do what Jed does. I used to be an
Hmm.
activist. I used to march
Mm.
and signs and all that ever since I was 5 years old. The first thing that
Mm.
I
Definitely
protested
have.
was the move riots in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? At 5. So it was like, and the thing that stopped me from advocating is because I was tired of trying to get a whole bunch of Negroes to come on, let's do this thing. Like, let's do it. I was like, you
Mhm.
know what? This is time. This thing is exhausting. Like, it's exhausting. I'm tired of walking. I'm tired of making signs. I'm tired of doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it's like for people to actually care about where you live, they're missing that whole part. Is that a lot of people are trolling. I will say that, but
Mhm.
there's some of us that really care. Like I donated to Clean House. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, there's some of us that
Me too.
really care and don't
Mhm.
want to see people just getting robbed.
Mhm.
So it's like I can understand you feeling the type of way. I feel the type of way if somebody came up in my house, just walked up in here and just was like, "Oh, this is my shit now." Excuse my language. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
like if somebody is bringing awareness to a cause and are in pain, accept the help. That's all I have to say. Just accept the help. It's
I
nothing to be
understand.
That's
prideful about.
that's the whole thing, though. I have a lot of grace for our people, And I say that our people, somebody asked me what was I today. Well, I'm a black girl. I say that first. But I do know my heritage as part Native American. And I know that's something I grew up knowing. And part of that means that we care about the others. Like that's part of how I grew up, caring about other people. That's just something we were taught. But I do have grace for other people because that I did my whole ancestry. And when you do that, you will see who you are, and why you are that way. And so some people have their grandparents never were educated. And it's not even their fault, really, back then. It wasn't their fault because somebody was forcing them not to be educated, keeping them from being educated. So if you go on your grandchildren, you're teaching them all that you know, and then the grandchildren, they only going to get so much, and they come on to this time. We just have a situation where people don't know how to be anything else but what they are. So maybe someone like me might go, "Oh, let's get together, let's do this, guys, let's do this." Of course, they can't feel me because they
Yeah,
don't even have the same background, the same history.
and that's why it's
They don't
very
know that they can
important
do it.
for mental health to be taken into account. Like I
Oh yeah.
like I used to be like the Harriet Tubman down here. I have helped move so many people down here.
Mm.
I stopped doing that. But if I
Said it.
continue to do it again, if I decide to do it again, now if you're going to come down here, you need to go to therapy.
Mhm.
Like that's the first thing you do. You come down here and you go to therapy because you have a lot of
It's
stuff
not
to unpack.
therapy.
Yeah, you have a lot of stuff to
Facts.
unpack. Here, it's
Mhm.
smooth, it's easy, it's calm. We have no guns. The police are friendly. There's no crime. Like they report on stuff like, oh, there's a missing book bag at the bus stop, and they take a
What?
picture of it, and then they put it in Facebook groups trying to find a little girl that lost her book bag at the bus stop. That's the type of stuff that they do down here. So when
Mhm.
people that are unhealed, they come down here still with that mentality, that hustle and bustle. There's no hustle and bustle
Oh, I
down here.
like Maxine.
You know what I'm saying? There is no hustle and
Mhm.
bustle. So that hustle and bustle and that grind and stuff like that, like you don't
Mm.
have to do that when you get down here, and
I like Maxine.
like I said, a lot of the black people want to come down here and they all want to congregate because it's familiar, but you have to respect that you're in somebody else's country. We're all brown here.
Mhm.
And do the
Yes.
right damn thing. Don't come down
Mm.
here and start dining and dashing. Don't come down here and start like trying
Dining
to
and
throw
dashing.
parties. Yeah, they
Oh
will come
no.
into a restaurant, honey, with 10 black people. They all eating and loving life and
No,
stuff like
not
that,
in
and they
that.
will walk out.
In
You
Mm.
Mexico.
know,
It's a good
and
way to
so
go to
it's like,
Really?
jail.
yeah,
Right.
and they will.
Oh,
And this is
Mexican jail.
Mexican jail. Like, you don't want to go
So,
to Mexican jail.
No,
You
you
so let me
don't.
know.
ask you. Okay, I'm going to change the little narrative a little bit. Okay, so one of the things I really wanted Artiste, because I was calling Artiste the wrong name and everything, but I got it right.
Rasta.
I
You even had the accent.
Rasta.
Rasta.
I know. I must have had it in my heart. Sorry, I apologize. Artiste, and I'm looking at it. I'm still saying what I want to say.
Yep.
It's a senior
No,
moment. It's a
it's
senior moment.
right.
And Liz, but my question is, like, for each one of you, I know you all have traveled. And one thing about Artiste, she's an expat. I love that because I always watch video on YouTube about that. So can you give us some insight on how it's like to live in Mexico as a woman? And is it hard, or as you said earlier, you live down the street from a pyramid? Because
Mhm.
me personally, I would have known that there's a pyramid in Mexico. To be
Oh, there's
honest,
plenty.
all I
Plenty of pyramids. Yeah.
yeah, see, all I hear now. I went to Cancun, but that's probably or
Oh,
Tijuana. but
oh,
uh, but I'm saying
I'm
I understand
sorry.
there's more to it, and like, just explain to us about the life in Mexico and how do you survive? Like, how do you eat? And I mean, these are the things I be wanting to ask.
Okay,
And
so
such
so
a
for me to answer that question, I need to start from the beginning. So
okay.
just just let me entertain you for a second. All right. So the reason, like I said, I was a celebrity chef in Hollywood, and that was a very, very stressful job. And it came to a point where I hated what I was doing. And it was so expensive. Like I was paying about $5,000 a month just to live in a 1 bedroom with the utilities, the transportation costs and stuff like that, because
Good grief.
I couldn't even get a car there because there was no parking on my street. So I had to Uber all the way to Malibu and stuff like the $80, $90 one way and stuff like that.
A
And I
nightmare.
remember one of my Facebook friends made a post and said, to all of my international friends, where do you live and how do you like it? And I just so happened to be in I hate this place like feeling at the time. So I scrolled down and this man said, I live in Mexico, is the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm contacting him. And then he put me in contact with all these different YouTubers. So I just started doing all this research. I am married. I have a wife. She is very, very, I like my space how it is. And I'm a go-getter. I get up and go. I don't care about leaving stuff. And I made a 5-point presentation. And thankfully that day she was on some, I want to get the hell up out of here. And I was like, oh, just a matter of fact, here we go. We got this right here. So it took me about a year to save up enough money to leave. I said, when I gave her the 5-point plan, I said, a year from today, we're leaving. And a year from that day, we left. Okay. When I got here, because of all the YouTubers and stuff like that, and I reach out, I'm a people person. So I reached out to everybody just to get, advice and stuff like that. So when I came down here, I had a driver meet us at the airport. My Airbnb host was my real estate agent. We went and got a place. The thing about Mexico is that they don't do credit. If you have the money, you got the keys, baby. You know what I'm saying? So like my first house that I lived in was a 3-bedroom. It was too damn big. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a pool and a gardener and a whole bunch of other stuff. And that was like $700 a month. And now the place that I live in a tiny home now. It's about $500 a month. I paid $1,500 to get in here. They gave me the keys the same day. I have a pool. I have maintenance and a housekeeper is $20 a week. Food is fresh. There's a woman down the street that has chickens, so you can either get fresh chicken or you can get eggs. I have a coconut tree right outside of my house, my door right here. Like you could just pick fruit and walk down the street. Oh, I'm hungry. Boom, here's a mango. Like it's so much better. It's healthier. Even like the fast food restaurants, McDonald's and Burger King and all that other stuff that we have down here, they don't have all that crap that the US has. They won't even allow you to leave the airport like with food. You have to dump all of that stuff before you even get into Mexico. What else? As far as the safety here, because I am down here by myself, it's just me and my cat. Wait a minute. Mija!
Oh, Mija.
My cat heard you.
I'm so sorry. I just realized that I haven't seen her in about an hour.
Oh, Mija, my daughter. That's what that means. Mia?
Yeah.
Mija.
There she is. Okay. But it's very safe here. I could walk outside 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't ever lock my door. Ubers are like $2. Gas is about 89 cents a gallon. My phone bill is $10 a month. My electricity is $20 a month.
I'll be driving everywhere with that gas.
Yeah. Groceries, I probably spend maybe like $200 a month.
It's not bad.
A month. We have Walmart, Costco. We have like 17 malls here. 3 English movie theaters where the costs like $2, $3 to get in, and maybe 50 cents for popcorn and stuff like that. Nice movie theaters. What else? What else do you want to know?
The real McCoy has a question for you.
Yes. How much money do you left? I'm thinking you're living my dream. Okay. Now, the number that I'm about to say to you, this is why I refrain from giving them the number, because the number that I'm about to give you does not mean that you need this much. Okay, I was making very good money in LA. I came here with 40 grand,
Oh.
and that could go pretty quick if you are dealing with foreigners,
Mm.
because now I live with the locals. When people come down here, they
Mhm.
automatically want to live in the most beautiful places and all that other stuff, and that's fine. But
Mhm.
you're going to get what they call gringo priced. It might that
Oh.
same place might be where the locals are, and you'll pay $400 a month, or you could pay the $1,600 a month because you're comparing it to what you
Mhm.
paid in the States. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's cheaper here and I got more, but you're not integrating into the culture here. You're still living
Mm.
as an American. You're still going to Walmart to shop. You're still doing all that stuff. When there's it's called Chedraui, which is just like Walmart, but they have fresher ingredients and you can see the people baking the breads and stuff like that. So I came here with 40 grand. I think that if you really want to come down here and you're on a shoestring budget, have about 10 grand, you
Mhm.
know, and make sure that you are around the locals. Because when you're around expats all the time, you're speaking English all the time, you're in a foreign country. So
Oh.
when you're away from your black friends, you got to live in this real world here, and you need to know Spanish. And the only way
You know
that you can,
Spanish?
I can understand it more than I can speak it.
Okay.
And they get so excited because most of them think that I'm from Belize for some reason. I still don't
Mm.
know why. But when I
They
try to
do
speak
get
my
excited.
best Spanish, they try to teach me Spanish,
Yeah.
and they want to learn English. So
Yes.
it's a much better experience,
Mm.
So I'll say 10 grand. You could come down here and really live life. But once you come down here, you need to go to therapy. I cannot express that enough. You have to. It's
Therapy or
mandatory.
like a transitional type of thing, like therapy.
No, therapy. You need therapy and a life coach.
Therapy.
My
Mm.
therapist happens to be a life coach and a Spanish teacher, so I got it good. But just come down
But why
here.
therapy? I think you need to clear that up.
Why therapy?
Why?
Because there's a lot to
Yeah, why
unpack.
are you saying? I want to know.
Me, I was a hustler, a go-getter. Everything was work, 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 grind, grind, grind. I used to live by I'll sleep when I die.
Mm.
I used to live by that
Right.
code.
It was me.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
And coming down here, I was still like, oh, I gotta find a place to live. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And it's like,
Mhm.
yo, chill, yo.
Oh, you
Like
had to chill.
nobody is rushing down here.
Mm.
Oh yeah, some
Like
different island
nobody
time.
rushes. They literally take naps in the middle of the day. So if you're expecting
Yep.
some
Yes.
services, your Wi-Fi is out and stuff like that, and they'll be like, we'll be right there. They'll be here in about 2 days. Because they will, or they'll be
Mm.
like, they'll be working on something and say, well, I'll be right back. And then they go and take a nap. That's how they are here. So I had
Mm.
That's
to,
true for most countries too. Other countries.
yeah. So here it's quality of life over money. A lot of people only make $25 a day here.
Mm.
$25 a day. And these are the happiest people that you ever seen in your life.
Mm.
Everybody says good morning. Buenas
Yeah.
noches, buenos
Yeah.
dias, buenas, and it took me
Buenas
a while.
noches, buenas tardes.
Yeah, it took me a while
Buenos
to
dias.
be able to be okay with people speaking to me all the time
Mhm.
and walking behind me. Because the
Oh,
first
they
person
will
that
get
walked
behind you.
behind
That's
me,
true.
I was like, yo, bro, what you doing behind me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Me
you can't
too.
be walking behind me like
I didn't say that.
that.
Por
And so I
favor,
let him
necesito mi
pass by.
espacio.
I let him pass by, and he looked at me and was
Transition
like, "Oh,
therapy.
buenas noches," And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, "Okay, let me chill out." So it took me a while to decompress and stuff like that. And if I would have done therapy earlier, I think that I would have. I'm in a good space now. Everything
Mm.
happened for a reason, but
Okay.
it was very tough. I was spending money like water. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it was like, because we need stuff. We always need stuff. It's all about stuff. You know, they sleep in
Mm-hmm.
hammocks here. I got a king size bed, a,
Oh, I see
a
what you
double
mean
king
now.
size. You know, so it's like they
I
just
was
want to
about to
live.
ask that question. How long have you been in Mexico? And how long did it take you to adjust being in Mexico?
I
And
came in
because you were in
Mexico.
the military, so was it
I was in the
easier because
military.
you were?
I'm older than I look. I was in the military back in
Oh,
'99. But
oh, you are older than you look.
yeah, I'm a whole 44 years old, and I'm a girl.
Okay,
Okay,
I
but
know, I know.
but even with that, you know, I was extremely masculine. Like I was a
Mm,
bull dagger. Okay, extremely
okay.
masculine, and
Extremely.
it's helped me like relieve that stress of
Mm,
needing to be in protective mode all the time. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And I was able to embrace my femininity a little bit. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it made me realize I could have my shoulders down. I could be okay. You know, I don't have to be
mm.
so.
Like,
But I've been here for 2.5 years. I want to
Okay.
say, yeah, 2.5 years I've been here. It took me about a month to adjust because I moved here in December, and that's Christmas time, and there were red and blue lights flashing in my window when I first moved into my place. And talking about PTSD, I was like, "What the
mm.
hell's going on outside?" Just to see a Christmas
Right.
light,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So it took me about a
Oh,
month to get used
Mm.
to not hearing gunshots. It's crazy how that happens. How that's
what are you
Really?
been
talking about?
in the
Oh,
inner
yeah.
city. I was so used to hearing gunshots and arguing and helicopters and stuff like that that it was very hard for me to sleep with crickets and exotic birds and all the
Oh,
beautiful
maybe
sounds that
that's
you
why
put
you're
on
saying
trying to
therapy.
meditate. Yeah,
Right.
that's what
Are you saying from where you grew up at? This is where you like, or did you get this from California or in New York when you saw my the
I lived.
gunshots? And,
I lived in Brooklyn, Philly,
mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Louisville, Kentucky, um, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and a couple of other places, Miami, a couple of other places, and they're all pretty much the same. It's violence and guns and helicopters and sirens and all the
Oh,
sounds that will give somebody PTSD that you don't even realize that it's PTSD. Those are not normal sounds to get used to all the time.
You
You're
walking
welcome
real
to
wait a minute
McCoy.
now. I don't hear all them sounds in Atlanta. I lived here for 20 some years. We must.
I lived on
I know you could
Campbellton
be
and
on.
Stanton. Campbellton
Oh,
and
you live.
Stanton Road.
Oh, okay. I've been in Buckhead. You know what
Ah,
that is.
like
I can
Oh,
see that.
I got robbed
I
for
just
two
don't go down
dollars
there
on
much.
Campbellton Road, and I saved somebody's life that got shot right in front of me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right there. I
saying?
can
mm,
see where you probably understand. Yeah, I don't. My experience is totally different living between Midtown and Buckhead, and Dunwoody. So that's like that
Mhm.
line in the city.
Mhm.
So I don't, even though I live in the city, I don't, we don't hear those sirens there. I live smack in the city too, like I did once, and for 20
Yeah.
years. So it's like that's interesting for me to hear you say that because I had to be jury duty one time, and I had to basically I was a juror for a case that was pretty bad, but it was something that happened on Campbellton Road. Funny you said
Mhm.
that. And
mm.
the
Yeah.
policeman said they don't even go down there anymore to when that lady needed help. If she hadn't been one street over, had it been one street over, they wouldn't have even gone to help her. That's
Yeah.
how
See,
bad
Mm.
that little area was.
it's the Badlands. So when you come
I was
down
like,
here,
dang.
Mm.
somebody said Memphis is the same way. Memphis, I got robbed by a pregnant woman in Memphis. I would drive around Tennessee before I go through that place again. I'm sorry,
Pregnant one.
but like no. So yeah, it took
I
me a
think
while to adjust. And with that
dang.
adjustment, you can't just do it on your own. You need somebody to help. You need to go to therapy to get rid of that PTSD and CTSD. I was diagnosed with a whole bunch of shit. You know,
Oh,
Yeah, but you're saying that
so
so you're saying in regards to something like that. Okay, I get it. Like I was gonna say, like I wouldn't think that most people like I lived out of the country many times. I don't feel like I think we need some lessons as far as being American and how we go into other places and just expect everything to be like going to France or something. You sit there to get a coffee or a restaurant. They don't have to bring you water in 1 minute, like you said. Like it's gonna be like when they want to because they don't work for tips. They don't. It's a whole different
mm.
thing. So I
and in
think we go over
France,
there.
you have to
We
speak
so
their
American.
language. You have to
That's
speak their
true.
language. They get very offended if you're trying to speak to
Or
them.
some other language. They don't
Yeah,
like
you have
because
to
I speak Spanish, and when I go to France, I learned to speak Spanish over there, not English,
Yeah,
because when I was speaking English, they're so rude. I was ready to come
they won't
home.
act
The
like they
first time I
don't.
was like, what?
Yeah, they don't care. They will act like you're invisible, like you're not even
But
standing in front of them.
yeah,
So
I said,
yeah, that's
excuse me,
why
you
I
speak
push
English?
therapy so
No.
much because of the trauma, especially being black, the black trauma in America. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I push it so much because it has really helped me, and I know how to save my damn money. Hey, how about that? Because I was
Hey,
going
I
through
want
it.
to say
I
something about
was like,
Mexico,
oh, that's
y'all.
only $2. Oh,
yeah,
that's
really.
only this and only
Oh
that.
yeah.
Not knowing that the
You're
locals are
right.
paying 25 cents. I'm paying $2. And I'm like, ooh. And the locals are paying 25 cents. So I
Hmm.
learned how to really like get engulfed with the culture
Haggle.
here. Yeah, and
Right.
tell them I live here.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yo
realize
vivo
that. Yeah, you can
aquí.
realize that.
Yo vivo aquí. Like, so you don't have to try
Vivo
to
aquí.
like scare me and stuff like that. Like, no, 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 no.
In Mexico,
Mm.
they know too more about their history than we were ever taught. They too have Afro history. That's why they look the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
They know, and we weren't taught that in our country. We were told totally random stuff and lies pretty much.
Yeah.
And that same boat that brought some slaves over here brought some over there. And just like a
Oh
Puerto
yeah.
Rican would be tri-racial, same thing with Mexicans. They know they have that woolly hair because they are part Afro. And a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people don't know that. They don't, and that's why they see us as brothers and sisters many times. Many times they know their
Yes.
history. They do
Mm-hmm.
have a racial thing where it was hidden sometimes. Like, for example, like in the past, if you found a painting of someone who was dark skinned, or a person was dark skinned, let's put it that way, and they were the mayor,
Mm.
well, not the mayor, but they were the over the city, they would
Mm-hmm.
paint them a little light skinned. That's a weird
Yeah,
little thing,
yeah,
but
they still whitewash. They still,
white they
that's
they
still
gone
good
through that.
because the French settlers came over here and just colonized the hell out of Mexico. So it's still
Right. They
that
have that history,
hierarchy of light skin
skin color.
is still superior. It's like that, you know.
But some of them
But
were
me,
taught like better.
yeah, the thing is, like, I still don't get discriminated against. I am
Right.
5'3". I am a lesbian, and I'm a masculine lesbian from America. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? From
you
the
ain't
United
nothing
States, because
masculine.
it's all America.
Are you
So it's
wearing
like, mhm,
Are you wearing African attire?
yeah.
Okay, okay. And do you wear that when you go out?
Yeah, I just, I flip it up a little razzle dazzle here and
Right,
there.
right.
Like I don't
Flip
have
it
just
up.
a, you
You
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
Okay,
saying?
saying?
you
Switch
gotta.
it up. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Walk outside
In the
like I'm
house,
black.
you know,
I'm blickety, 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 blickety,
black
blickety,
y'all.
blickety. I'm black, y'all.
I got my
No,
African medallion. I got my African medallion and stuff that I wear from time to time. But
like we.
yeah, the flavor changes from just the
When you
mood
live out
that
of the
I'm in.
country, it's not. You still like. I'll put it this way. I lived in Puerto Rico for a while. It's like very. They were voted happiest people, like you were saying about how people are in Mexico. Happiest people for so many years. The happiest in the world. Because
Mhm.
they live a little differently. They love each other. That's something I never seen in our country. I haven't seen our country love each other. Like that was shocking because my ex is
And it's the
20 years
community
in Puerto
because
Rican.
last year it was like
Hold on for a
a
moment. Hold on,
no.
hold on. I'm sorry. I'm glad. I'm gonna say, see you smooth. We do not want to hear the police chase behind you. Go ahead.
Right? The PTSD.
Right.
But
That's why I was like,
I thought that was what we just talking
but I
about. He gave
forgot
us
what I
some
was about
sound
to say.
effects. you
I forgot what I was about to say.
didn't took them
sorry.
back.
Damn. Yeah, I heard that like in my left
I
ear.
thought it was
I
just
didn't
me
hear it
or
in my right ear. I heard it in my left ear for some reason. I don't know.
My
Yeah.
bad. That was my bad. That was the ambulance. But I
Oh,
heard it.
those
I'm like, it's getting close. Yeah, I'm like, it's
Oh
getting closer and
man.
closer. I'm going to put on my mute. I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
We're getting closer.
I said I do not
I was in
want
denial over here.
artists to have to listen to
Yeah.
that noise in the
Yeah.
background, and it was
Mhm.
like getting louder and louder. I said, "Oh my
It's
It
god,
was
let me
getting
stop."
Coming
closer
it was
and
back.
going against
closer.
her.
I'm like, Lord, let me turn this off.
Okay.
No, but the people they're
But
very
y'all,
kind and it's community. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Mm,
Last year there was a huge hurricane. I forgot the
mm.
name of it. Was it Helena? What was
oh
it?
my God.
It was last year, but
Atlanta came
it
through.
hit Florida really bad, and it hit here really bad too.
Yeah,
And so I decided to go
I think it was
outside just to
Atlanta.
look around the scope, and it was like chaos in the street, which made me
Yeah.
panic because chaos in the street means uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to the
Oh,
store
yeah.
buying all this stuff and stuff like that. Come to find out that the chaos in the street was everybody in the neighborhood making sure that everybody's windows were boarded up, making sure that everybody
Mm.
had water and food and stuff like that. So that chaos was like, hurry up, do y'all need some emergency stuff here? Like, let me help you board up your windows and stuff like that. It wasn't like toilet paper. We need toilet paper. It wasn't like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so American.
So
Yeah. So
American. I didn't even know why we
Toilet
was
paper.
running to get toilet paper. I just did it.
And bread
yeah,
and milk. We're going for that.
they are very
I saw
happy
a
here.
fight over toilet paper in the Home Depot. I couldn't believe it. I was like, y'all, come on. And the storm didn't even come through.
The toilet paper
Really?
and chicken sandwiches.
Yeah. But she's right. You know that American, like that's something I learned. Like I told you, the ex is Puerto Rican, and it was 20 years together. I'm saying that because I learned, like, he was learning about my culture, where how I grew up, and I got to see and live that culture, and I saw, like I said, we could love each other more, like as a people here in America. It's difficult because it's a big country, and we have all different kinds of way of speaking and everything, in different sides of the country. It's hard for us to totally come together, but when you see a whole people like literally help each other, love each other.
Yeah, you
We
see
broke
how it's
down on the way to the
possible.
rainforest, like you said. Yeah, we broke down on the way to the rainforest in Puerto Rico one time, like in the rental, and it was 1 second. Somebody stopped. He wouldn't let us pay for anything. Like there's like, brother, let me help you, brother. And to my ex, and before you know, we're back on the road again. I do believe we would do that in the South. We have that to a degree, in the south of the country, in this country. But I don't know if it'll be 1 second, but it would be probably like 5 minutes. But
Yeah.
I just love that about other countries, how it's these particular type countries. They really love each other, help each
Yeah, it's
other,
community. Like I said, they
care.
make $25 a day, and every weekend you see whole families out because people still touch grass out here.
Mm.
Like
Right,
there's
right,
a whole bunch of
right.
parks and
Sorry.
stuff like that, and it's not a lot of people on their cell phones and stuff. Kids still play. They literally
Mm.
run around
Yeah,
and stuff like that. People don't see anymore. Ride
here's some.
bikes, play
Yeah,
soccer. Like they still do all of that stuff, and they are so happy. They are so happy here.
that's what I was
So
saying to the
if
ladies. We
anybody's
gotta go out.
interested, I'll say to take an exploratory trip down here. Don't go
Yes,
to
some parts
Cancun.
of the South.
Don't go to Cancun.
Oh yeah.
Don't go to
It's
all those like
dangerous to go there now.
popular. It is dangerous.
Very
You
dangerous.
can't
People
even
don't
get
know
an
there was
Uber from
warnings out.
Cancun. You can't even get an Uber from Cancun Airport. You got to take their taxis because they're running the Ubers away because they're like, "Yo, you cutting into my
Hey,
money."
the scariest place I went,
Listening.
when you think about those different places, like the scariest place I went that was also beautiful was Guatemala.
I won't
Gorgeous.
go
Like you
there.
fly in, it's a oh, I know. I listen. I had to go, and I flew in, and you fly right into the city, and it's like a volcano right there. I was like, what in
Yeah,
the world?
yeah.
It's gorgeous, but and the city is beautiful. But Lord, we had to drive out, like you said, to the pyramids. We were going to Antigua, and driving out there, that was the scariest thing you ever want to experience because they told us rebels were out in the forest. And that same day, we read about the rebels attacking a whole bus full of Americans and taking them. And I was like, oh Lord. So
Yeah,
we just
don't
wanted to
go to
stay in the daylight,
Guatemala.
and you had
Whoever's
to.
still in the chat, like, don't go
Yeah,
there because that's
don't go if you don't speak the language. You need to speak the language, Spanish. You
yeah,
got to speak Spanish. Like
and
you'll
have a
be fine
local
if you
with
speak
you.
Spanish. That's
You
right.
said
I
don't go
agree.
where?
Guatemala. Like,
Guatemala.
don't go there
Oh no.
without somebody who speaks the language. You gotta see. I could blend in because we were speaking. Just knowing how to travel. You don't go there. That's a place I went where you didn't wear any jewelry. You know what I mean? You can't. I couldn't
Mhm.
even take my professional camera out and open. Because you
Yeah,
don't. They
I don't
just
like living
opportunists.
in that type of stuff. Like here, like I said, I don't lock my
Yeah, that's
doors,
crazy.
and like they don't really steal. You probably have petty theft and stuff like that. If you lose your wallet, you will get your wallet back with everything in it, including money. If you lose your
Yeah,
cell
that's some
phone,
sweet
you ain't
people.
getting that back. You're not getting that back because they export all the good goods
The
to the
difference is
U.S.
clear.
So like the good phones that they export to the US, that's exported, and what they have here is the cheap Mexican phones. Hence I couldn't get on StreamYard on my phone. So it's like if they see you got that one of them good US phones, you're not getting that back. Sorry.
Yeah.
You might as well start your whole life over.
But I love America though. When you go away, you do miss America. Like, I don't care where I've been. I'd be like, nothing is like this country, in its own way. And a lot of people, they when I go out there, they want to come here. Many of the people, and they think all of us are rich or something. Either that, or they think that everything is like LA. Like, no, I'm not from LA.
It's hard
I
for it's
only see it on
I'm in
TV.
a weird position because I never want to live in the US ever again, ever in my life.
Mm.
If I didn't have loved
Mm.
ones there, I would never step foot in the United States again. Um,
Oh,
and being down here, they still look at it as an American dream. They still look at America as some of them still look at America as milk and honey because we make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But the quality of life is so much better down here. And
Mm.
I just
mhm.
spent 2 months in LA. I went back because there was something going on with my bank account. So if you're
Mm.
going to come down here, make sure that you have money in multiple accounts, so you don't have all your eggs in one basket, like I did.
Mm.
And my bank
I will
account
say
with
this.
Citibank is kind of like was hacked for all of my
Mhm.
money. So I had to go back to LA. And so while I was up there, because they weren't helping me down here, they're not going to send you another card or anything like that internationally.
Mm.
So
Ugh.
I had to go back up there and knock on the door to the bank, like, yo, give me my money back. But while I was up there, I decided to, get back into the celebrity chef thing. And it's interesting how me being gone for 2 years and some change, everything has changed so drastically. And like I came back 2 weeks before the whole fire, everything caught on fire in LA.
Mhm.
And I'm talking about I have like 15 friends there. All of them are mentally messed up right now.
Mm.
One of them is like a couple of months from being like on the street,
Mm.
So like job loss, unemployment is high. Everybody's robbing and stealing. Everybody's getting high. Homelessness has exploded. Skid Row is now like the whole downtown area. It's not just Skid Row. It's all over the place. And I was so stressed out. And I brought my cat with me. She was stressed out. She started losing hair. I
Mm.
lost some weight and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm never coming back here again. I'm never
Wow.
coming back here again. Like it was
But
hard. And because I'm so spoiled with soft life, you know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to
Mhm.
get back in there and just go, 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 go. And that's what I did, and it
you
became
can find
very
that here though. You can find, like, where I grew up. It's there's still like calm places in this beautiful. This country is huge. Like, you go to Denver, you can live in the mountains. Nobody's gonna even
Oh,
see
I
you,
love
and
Colorado. Mhm.
it's
yeah.
beautiful. Or even Alabama, the beautiful, is calm, and also like Central Alabama. I don't know about the South is beautiful too, but I'm talking about Florida and in North Florida, another peaceful, beautiful place to live. Also, like around Destin now, it's become like I used to live there, but it's become too touristy now. But what I'm saying is, my neighbors right next door on both sides are Mexican, from Mexico, and they were telling me why they're here. I asked them about that, why
Mhm.
they came here. They have children, and they have a different story. They said they had to get away from where they were. This right
Mm.
there, they're living the dream. He has a great job. He's a foreman on construction sites. He can do anything on construction, and she's stay-at-home mom. Which is kind of culturally what fits well. He's making more money he ever made in his life. If you want to look at it that
Mhm.
way, where they have a house that is 12 minutes from the city, which just says a lot about the price, because in the city it would be very expensive.
Mhm.
So it's pretty expensive, because still considering what they're used to, and they live very Mexican. because I see the two people, they don't really know each other, but they respect each other, the two Mexican families. But they celebrate the same holidays, obviously, because I'd be like, "What y'all doing?" you know,
It's a holiday every month. Every month.
Right.
cooking out. They're cooking out every day, almost every day,
Mhm.
outside and barbecuing and There's a party for everybody's invited to the party, like everybody. That's just how they
Are they
do it.
friendly?
They're opening up everything to you. But what I'm saying is they came here. Their story is that they did not have a good life back home. So everybody's gonna have their
Oh,
story wherever they're
this
from.
yeah, like Mexico's huge. It's
Yeah, it's
like
huge. 'Cause I know a
the
rich
United
guy from
States
Mexico
plus
too.
some. It's like the United States plus some. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
there are some really rough places here that, we are told not to drive at night. Like
Right.
in the city that I'm in, it's fine.
That's how
But if you're
Guatemala
trying
was.
to
Yeah.
travel, you don't drive at night. And you take all the major highways and stuff like
Just
that.
like
Yeah, I
Guatemala.
seen video.
Yeah, because there are some very poor people that are very desperate, and there are people that's trying to escape where they are. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that the whole Mexico is like the land of milk and honey. I'm not saying that because there are some very rough spots. You'll never see
No,
me
you
there.
telling me.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But there is so much beauty from Merida to Playa del
Yeah.
Carmen to Oaxaca to
Oaxaca.
um uh Monterey to like there's a lot that you could go to that's beautiful. Tulum. I'm
Mm.
thinking about moving to Tulum, honestly.
Oh.
And like you could really live good here. The thing is, like I said, they make like $25 a day on the high end. So when you go there and you're making $1,000 a week, it's like, woo, like we could really live here. And they're Mexican, so they're very frugal already. They're not going to go to the States and get all this money and then just splurge. They're going to pay for their necessities, going to
Oh,
have
they
that
know how to do
backyard
that.
barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to stack up their money or send it to their family down here. You know,
And
Mm-hmm.
they
but
support each other's
US, we're
businesses,
taught
that's for
that we
sure.
got money, we got to spend it. We got to spend it on things, stuff. We just need to consume something. We got to buy something.
Yes.
I mean, I don't hate that. I don't hate that too much, y'all. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I agree with you, like how it causes this franticness, for everybody to feel like they need to get more and more and more. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the good part of that is that um, this country has always had more and more and more because people were striving to be better. We always trying to invent something, always trying to come up with something, and we did. Many of the people did. And so, as long as you got people educated and they're able to think of something new, it does improve our quality of life. We have, computers now and all that kind of stuff. I remember when we didn't have that. I remember when we didn't have microwaves. And so what I'm saying is it is nice to live primitive for some people. They like living like in Puerto Rico, the houses are built for hurricanes. There's cages in front.
Yeah.
But also they have water reserves. They already know that they need to live that way. That's a little bit of a hassle though, now that his mom now lives here, the Puerto Rican ex. She's able to live here part of the year. She doesn't have to deal with all that, having to worry about conserving the water or having a generator and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So it's an easier life here for her in her older age. Also, the climate is too warm for her in her older age.
Oh, it's
She has
hot.
Mm.
arthritis.
It is
So
hot. Like that's one of the reasons why
Mm.
I'm going to move to Tulum because the city that I'm in the summer, May is the hottest month, and it gets up to 130 degrees.
100
Mm.
to what?
130 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you
good
got
Lord.
that.
Sometimes the sun is
That's
so
what I'm
bright
saying.
that it's like you can't even see. The sun is so bright, so you got to do everything before 11 a.m. and after 6 p.m.
Mm.
You know what
Heck
I'm
yeah.
saying? So you kind of get used to it. You live your life. Matter of fact, let me turn off my AC. Wait a minute.
That's why I
But
say in America
She
you
tu-
can find your
Look, she
place.
turned her AC off. I'm turning my heater on right now.
I'll turn it off.
I
Look,
know.
talk to me. Talk to me.
I know
I swear
some
I am.
space
Okay.
heaters.
I'm cold.
Sheesh,
Yeah,
I'm cold.
I don't even know how I would do with the cold. I don't know how I would do with the cold anymore. I am so tropical now that I think I'll be miserable. I was in LA with a coat on the whole time, but it was unseasonably cool in November.
At
And,
night, and yeah, it gets
December.
cold in LA.
Artiste, first of all, I used to live in my friend T told me stop saying you lived in LA. No, I lived in Palmdale, but I worked in North Hollywood. And listen, we went to the Magic Johnson movie theater. Now it's for me, I'm from the Midwest. I think it was like maybe in March or something, and this guy had a whole coat on. I said, wait a minute, it ain't that cold, but I guess the body temperatures are different. Cause I'm like, this is nice to me.
Yeah, because LA is like an average of 75 degrees, always sunny. That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So anything below that is like freezing. It is cold. At 69 degrees, you like, let me get my coat.
Oh my God, no, that's heaven.
I love
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
But yeah,
Yes.
I understand what you're saying as far as people feeling like there's a quality of life in the
Mhm.
U.S.
Yeah.
I just
This is
I've just
different
been
for
all
everybody.
over the
That's
place.
all.
I've been in every corner of the country, and I just find myself with so much freedom to a point that I could say that I'm semi I was about to say semi retarded. Lord have mercy.
Retired.
Right.
So Tiffany got that covered. Don't worry
I
about it.
So
Not
I would
that.
say also as far as healthcare is concerned, because this is a big
I
thing.
was wondering about that.
Yeah. So
That's a good one.
healthcare, if you don't have traveler's insurance, you got to pay out of pocket.
Mm.
I saw somebody get stuck on it and pay $1,000.
You cannot leave the hospital unless you pay your bill.
Mhm.
They will hold you there like you're being held hostage,
Yeah.
just like Miles Dan said. My
Yeah.
first hospital visit, I had to stay overnight. I had a really, really bad asthma attack, and I had to stay overnight. But
Sorry
my
about that.
hospital bill was about $40 total. With everything, all the medication, X-rays, all that stuff. It was $40. I got my braces. These are 24 karat gold braces.
Mm.
In LA, when I was trying to
Cool.
go to the dentist, they said it was going to be 10 grand for me to get
Oh yeah,
everything that I
they
need.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know if I was on camera the whole time, but yeah, they said I need 10 grand. I came down here, they said that's what a lot of American dentists do. They give you all these things that's wrong with you, but only thing you need is some braces. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So my
I
braces
know they're terrible here with that.
in the US,
Yes.
24 karat gold braces with all of the stuff is about 3,000, 3,500.
Really?
Yeah, here I paid about $800 for everything in total, and my dental visits are about $20 a month.
It's not bad.
And
Let me just say something about when you
Mhm.
finish.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna. You reminded me of something when you said that about the dental stuff. I wanted everybody to know, please, if you got children, do not let those dentists talk you into pulling the children's teeth and then putting
Mm.
those silver and gold caps. And that's a thing they're giving
Yeah.
these kids. That's to steal money for the insurance. Just that's all it is. They try to get my little niece like that, but then my mom was a smart nurse and knew better. Got a second opinion. It was like they don't need that, and that's a thing, a scam here. Children's
Yes.
teeth, pulling them, before they're gonna lose
Yes.
it. So yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
that because somebody was listening.
Yeah, and my doctor, like, they still do house calls here, like Dennis the Menace. They still do house calls. So my doctor is about $40 a visit if I want her to come home to my house. I think, but outside of that, it's probably like $25. My inhaler, which costs about $35 in LA, these cost $2.50.
Yeah, that's true because I bought a what do you
You can
call
buy
it?
all.
Flonase. Over here it's like now it's like 19.99, but over there it's like $1 or something. I was like, what? I just
Yeah,
came home like 10 of those things. The
yeah.
allergy spray.
And a lot of the prescriptions,
I stopped and got 10.
like my inhaler, because LA was so polluted, I needed an inhaler every 2 weeks. But how my insurance was set up,
Wow.
I could only get it once a month.
Mm.
Here, you could buy as many
Dang,
as
every
you
two
want.
weeks?
Yeah,
That's saying a lot of pollution right there. Every two
yeah,
weeks?
yeah,
Dang. Because
yeah.
I feel you on that. Because I got being in the city for so long, living in the sky down. Like I literally was living in the pollution. Didn't realize on 28th floor
Yeah.
for
Mm.
years, and I ended up getting that same thing. I had to get the inhaler for a while, but I only use like you're saying that often. I use it like once every 3 weeks or something. Once.
No,
The
I
pollution's
was
not
using
bad here
my
in the city.
trailer a lot because I work in different places every day and the environment is different. Sometimes I'm at the private suites at the airport. That's nothing but pollution over there. Sometimes I'm out
Oh
in the Beverly
wow.
Hills. The houses are nice and stuff like that, but I'm outside and allergens and stuff like that. And like you said,
Yeah.
we're up here. So all that pollution,
I was up there,
it
ain't
might
it?
look nice from a distance. You can see the skyline, but you can't
Yeah.
breathe, you
Hey,
know?
but it was scary during the towers. I was up on the 28th floor and I was scared of every plane that
Mm.
Was
went
it?
by. That was so bizarre. Yeah, living through that. And I
Oh
realized
wow.
I never chose to live up there again because I thought about how far I had to come down the steps for safety because they did a
Mhm.
drill and I realized, oh my God, that was so scary during that time. So that's why ever since then
Mm.
I won't live higher than the 10th floor
I don't
because that's
blame
usually where the
you.
parking
Mm.
lot next stop. Yeah, that was crazy. Y'all,
Yeah,
this
I don't blame you.
somebody asked a question in the chat, which is so funny. Did you see that question? They tried to change our narrative like a mug
What
at the
happened? We
end.
talking about
How do you
taxes?
feel about the tariffs in the United States? Is that the one?
Oh, the
No, it's on.
tariffs. Well,
Somebody
I'll
said
speak.
hello from Arizona. She said, "What do
Oh,
you guys think about it,
Deborah.
Miss Deborah?"
The best
I
thing
was
about
like, "Ooh,
tariffs
that's
between
deep,
certain countries. Okay, so
deep."
the thing is, when I came here, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to know anything about what was going on in the U.S.
Right.
Mm.
Bad mistake. Bad mistake. It was probably good for my healing. So
Right.
like the
Right.
PTSD
Mm.
thing or whatever. But now I have to pay attention to this man and what he's doing all the time. As far as the tariffs are
Yep.
concerned, we're straight here. Mexico is like, we don't have to do anything that's American based or anything. We got everything that we need right here. So it's not affecting us like would affect the US. The US is really going to struggle if the
Mm.
Canadian and the Mexican tariffs go into play because you guys are paying the tariffs. We're not.
Mhm.
Did you see 2 days ago Canada went live, let everybody know that they will cut off the electrical
Yeah, they'll
source
cut off the electricity.
to
And
America
I would,
if they're going to try to
and I want to
tax
say,
us.
yo, Trump, stop messing with my president
That's
down here, Claudia. For her to be a woman, the first female president in Mexico, and this is a male-dominated country, like the women are very important. But for them to elect this woman into office, she has balls of steel. Okay, so please, please, please do not
play her.
do not play with this woman. Trump
Yeah,
Mm.
has
he's crazy
nothing
though.
on her. Okay, so and I
Yeah,
have
he's doing too much.
immense respect for her because she's like, oh, for real? That's what you want to do? Okay, well, so we are
That's what
already
Canada
down here.
did too.
We've already boycotted the American stores and stuff like that, outside of Costco because Mexicans love a Costco, but but like McDonald's, Home Depot, all that other stuff. No, everybody's shopping local, and if it's not made in
Mm.
Mexico, they're not buying it, and everybody's perfectly fine. The US, y'all have to pay those taxes. And I don't know why. It's like the Christopher Columbus thing where they're trying to lie to you for you to believe something. Like and they say it so many times that you don't even have a chance to be like, well, how did he discover America when there was people here? Like it's just like let's just keep talking over that.
Oh, they
You know what I'm
lied to
saying?
us a lot
It's
of
like,
times. Yeah.
oh, tariffs, we're gonna do tariffs and stuff like that. And people don't realize, oh, those eggs that I saw my wife take a photo of eggs in New Jersey because she's in Jersey right now taking care of her father that
Like
had a stroke.
$5 in Atlanta.
$15 at
15
Mm.
over here.
Publix.
I was complaining about 5 over here.
$15 at Publix. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
love
So
Publix.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm
she
glad I
does
don't like
too.
eggs.
You
I'm
know,
not an
so
egg
it's like
girl.
y'all gonna have to pay that, and how he's laying people off left and right. I just see this
Mhm.
going really, really bad. You know, so it stresses
I
me
mean,
out
we've
that I have
seen,
to look at what's going on.
on a good note, we
Mhm.
do know that we've seen when the grandparents speak of, they've seen stuff like this before. I work with this lady, 70 some years old, 77, and she's not even moved. She's like, she's seen this. This is all stuff that's happened before. So that made me feel better about it. She said, we came through much worse than this. I mean, sooner or later, people, you don't know what's going to happen with this president. You don't know what he's going to do, what somebody going to do with him or to him. And she said, you just don't know. And we come through everything because we've gone through very, very dust bowl times and every kind of times. And because we're strong Americans with who do want to do what we do, because we always trying to do something, then we do survive. And so I thought,
Mhm.
okay, more than survive. We still, I think we playing a dangerous game right now with the president we do have. However, I just heard something today that made me feel better about it. People are checking him. Democrats are not having it. He can't just do everything he wants to do. He might say it, but he's not going to get to do everything. You know, so that made
Those
me feel
people,
better.
when I'm in an Uber, that is a topic of conversation. The people
Hmm.
that can speak their best English, they're always asking me two questions.
Trump.
Always. Why do y'all love guns so much? And what the
Oh
hell
yeah.
is going on with that president? Like that, those are the only two things that they have: the guns and the president thing. Everything else they're fine with. So like I get it. I just don't like the fact that I have to listen to him. And I'm glad that you have somebody in your life that could calm that panic down or that
77 years
uncertainty
old.
down. And I'm not trying to fear monger or anything like that. Please don't take it as that. This is just my personal opinion. This is RT's opinion. You know, but I worry. My father-in-law is probably needs to go to hospice. I don't know how that is going to look. You know what I'm saying? Like his hospital bills took all of his retirement money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So he retired in April, then had a stroke in like July.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
sorry to
all
hear
of his
that.
retirement money is gone. So now it's like he's cutting all these services and all the other stuff, and it makes me worry about how the people that I care about are going to survive. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that is on my
Well,
end.
I
Mm.
think it's people that there are people that care. That's one thing. I get to work with some of those people. I know that, like you, when we have these things to worry about, there's always people that are proactive and they are creating programs. There are programs because that's one of the things I get to do. Even during the pandemic, I helped a lot of people just
Nice.
survive. More than survive. In some cases, we're able to do that. But so as long as I was surprised to see how much help there is out there. A lot of people don't know about the help that's out there, but it's out there in this country. We the
Mhm.
best thing we have is the medical. I mean, even though it costs a lot, people want to talk about how we have to wait in line. I mean, they have to wait in line like Canada, whereas well, we're not necessarily waiting in line if you have insurance, and now you can actually get it, even if you are the poorest thing in the world. You can actually get it. Uh, there's
You
just
can get
lots of
insurance,
programs. That's
yes.
what I'm trying to say. Even
Oh,
Amazon
yes.
has a insurance kind of thing. I was shocked. Amazon has
Man,
some
the
medical
job,
plan.
because I had to work remotely, and that's another thing. If you want to come down here, have some money, like have a remote job. Don't come down here thinking that you're going to find something, because you're coming down here on a tourist visa. You're technically not supposed to work
Be
down
working
here.
right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So if you
Yeah.
already
Work
have
visa.
your job in tow with you, what can I say? But if you're trying to come down here and try to get an American job, number one, will they allow you to work in a different country? You know, Number
That's right.
two, a lot of remote jobs, they're hard to get. I just so happen to be blessed to get the job that I had that I decided to let go of because I was tired of working, child. But
Verizon.
I was
They
like,
have a lot
damn,
of remote jobs.
I was off for a year. Now I'm working again. This is not a vibe. But you
Facts.
know, the health insurance that I had with Netflix, I just said their name. The health insurance that I had, and stuff was great, you know. So get health insurance, travel insurance, make sure that you have
Oh yeah.
remote work. If you are on Social Security, you can still live here quite well. Just live within your means. Make a whole
Under
list
your
of your
means.
non-negotiables. Yeah, make a whole list of your non-negotiables. Get in touch with some people, just like I did.
Mm,
Nope, I'm not even putting myself out. Boundaries. I'm not about to say you can contact me. Nope, don't do that.
mhm,
Let's go and I could guide you somewhere, but I'm not
mhm.
actively like come
The
here and I'll
person.
help you. I'm not doing that right now. I need to,
Oh my God,
you
you
know,
sound. Are you a Taurus by any chance? Because I
I'm a
still
whole
don't think.
Virgo.
Oh, Virgo. Yeah, my brother's Virgo. Okay, yeah, I see. Very
Yeah, we're a
important business
vibe.
people. Good business people. Yeah, good business people.
Yeah,
Virgo.
we're strict. We're
Au-
strict, and
Strict.
August,
we
September.
like
Yeah, you
September
are in the
10th.
lines.
We like things in order, checklists
Uh-huh.
off, and stuff like that. So that's why I always tell people get a pen and paper, forget your phone, forget your laptop, pen and paper, write down all your non negotiables, and then see what you can get. And you're going to have to negotiate. But if you're on Social Security, you're making like $1,500 to $1,800 a month, you can still come down here and live a very nice life.
Hmm.
Most
Yeah, I
people are
I
was
know.
going.
looking at I was looking at Thailand. Was it Phuket?
What
Okay.
the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I said see.
Oh my God, I know somebody over there. There's
Yeah,
a girl
Thailand.
online who lives there. She's showing
Thailand
everybody.
is a
Hmm.
vibe. The Philippines are a vibe.
Hmm.
Singapore is a vibe. Um,
Hmm.
Thailand is much cheaper than Mexico. Humidity, 100%, 110% every day, all day. So if you don't like being hot and sticky and sweaty, don't go there.
Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
go to Belgium. Belgium is a beautiful place to
Belgium is
live.
nice. One of my favorite
Wonderful,
countries
cheap.
was Denmark. You ever been
Another
to
good
Denmark?
place. Yes, another good place.
Hmm.
They have health care. Like this, the women are very respected there. Like when you have a baby, you have. It's not like they literally you're gonna be off work. They're
Oh
gonna pay
yeah,
you.
Hmm.
oh yeah, yeah. And it's
They have
literally a
everything.
community of people that will help you raise your child.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
really have it together. That's
yeah.
really.
So
And the
if you're in the
Netherlands is good too.
U.S. or wherever you're listening from, viewers, chat, travel. The world is
Travel.
so
It's gonna
beautiful.
blow your mind. You might not want to come back to America, like she said. I know I've been places where you kind of go, people live like this every day,
Yes.
and we've been just told nothing about this. They tell you a little in the line thing. Oh, look at France. It's just Paris, but it's so much
No,
bigger.
it's so much more. And people they like to fear monger. If I the
They
amount
scared
of
of
times that I heard about the damn cartel when I told people that I was moving down here, I'm like, you never even been out of your
That's more on the
city.
Cancun
How are
area.
you trying to tell me about a cartel and trying to tell me to be fearful for my life?
Hey, they
You
everywhere
haven't left
anyway.
the block. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't have any fear. And when you're a traveler, you find yourself being very brave. You don't really have fears like that because you know how to navigate. You know the signs and stuff like that.
Well, you
So
gotta blend in wherever you go. You try to like you said, like you gotta like I said in Guatemala, that was that place. You don't go there blinged out like you would like when you go to, somewhere else.
mm,
You definitely need to remember where you're going.
you
And that
shouldn't
was
go
something I had.
anywhere
That was
blinged
big
out. If
lesson
it's,
from
if
him.
it's not Dubai,
Excuse
if
me.
you're not going to
Actually,
Mhm.
Dubai, do not bling out.
well, you can
You,
go to
it's,
Italy blinged out. Everybody's blinged out in Italy. Everybody, the kids wear
hey,
gold necklaces.
Greece.
but we, but when you're talking about somewhere like these places, like when you, I want to get the people get the wrong idea. When you see Guatemala, you'll be like, wow, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's a city. It's vibrant. But and the people live. Something funny about that. I was there during the Day of the Dead or Halloween,
Oh
and the
yeah.
whole town
So,
learned Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
the whole
Mhm.
town. They don't even speak the language. They did the
Don't
whole
know the
town.
language at all.
And I thought Michael Jackson was amazing. But anyway, you'll love the beauty, but then you do feel what makes you fearful is when someone tells you at the hotel, do not go. You got to
Mhm,
trust your gut when you get in a car.
mhm.
what? And he said, I'm glad I have that gut. I do have a gut feeling. But he's like, they're saying, uh, hey, let us call the person that we normally call to pick you up to take y'all out to the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
You really, and that's when you know that you really have to do that, because I did have to fill it out one time when I was going to get a car from the mall to back to the hotel, and I just knew he wasn't going to take me to. He just looked real like he was going to take me. Got in the car with
He's gonna
another one.
take you all right.
He was, he was too eager to put me in the car. And but then I got in the other car where we had to kind of go. Oh, okay, this one feels better. Got in the car. He gonna try to turn. Luckily, I paid attention to where the hotel was.
Mhm.
Turn the opposite direction, and my ex went off in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you think? Basically scared the heck out of the man. And the man turned, like, you just know where this place is. You're gonna turn the other way. Where you trying? They'll try to rob
Yeah.
you or something. So that's why we say, don't go. Like she said, I wouldn't go there without speaking the language, or because you will
Knowing
love when you go
somebody.
there, but you gotta know
Yeah, you
somebody.
need
And don't travel at night, like you said.
to don't travel at night. But like I said,
Not in a
travel,
car.
travel, travel. If US is your home, you don't have to feel the way I feel. Like I'm never going back. Like I think that if you travel and you go back home, you have a new found respect for what you have.
Oh yeah,
You
you're gonna
know,
love America too. You'll love looking back at America.
yeah, you'll miss some things, and oh my
Yeah,
god, I would love some soul food. They don't have crab legs down here.
yeah, you're gonna miss some
Mm.
There's
things,
no crab legs.
and
I just had to say
that's
that twice. There's no crab legs down here, so I would love some crab legs with
the
some garlic
convenience of
sauce.
America.
Mm. I think I'm gonna
Mm.
go to. I think I might just go to New Orleans just for a weekend, just
America
to
is
eat.
convenient. That's one thing we got. You can lay in your bed and order anything, and to your door. You know, and that's something like you go in these other countries, they still live in the older buildings. They don't have central air and heat. Sometimes they're
Hmm.
just used to it. That's just how they live. They have fireplaces and stuff. But that's something I miss too when I travel. I the convenience of America, like But you'll be wanting to be somewhere for a long time, but then you kind of go, I sure miss having that air conditioner. Just flick it on.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to even
Because in
lie. I'm
Puerto
not going to
Rico,
even lie, girl. I'm not going to even lie. There's
yeah,
some
in Puerto
things that
Rico,
I'm
you
like, oh
everybody don't
man,
have central.
I have that fear of missing out. Every time I see concerts and stuff, I'll be like, oh man, I want to see Mary again. She's not coming down here.
Right.
I'm so glad
Deborah,
my mom and
Deborah
dad,
said,
Black and Native
me
American
too.
from Oklahoma, taught us our history. Our elementary
Yeah.
school did not teach us. It's like a melting pot because ancestry shows white in England.
Yeah, my parents did too. We just knew growing up. It was pretty obvious my grandmother's Indian, but yeah, to what she's saying, like it just like we knew, but a lot of people don't know anything about their heritage because they were just lied to us.
So you said
She
that
said some crab
you're
legs.
Native American, and as am I. My people just so happen to be around Oklahoma, Cree Indian.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, so yeah,
the
when you
Creek,
have that,
Cherokee.
that's generation to generation storytelling and stuff like that. But if you're talking about like
Yeah.
systematic education, yeah, they don't really teach all that. They
Oh,
don't
they
even have
definitely did. The books were
handwriting in
so
schools.
lot. They taught us. They were pushing in our face things like the cotton gin, like knowing what that is, but they didn't tell
Mhm,
us that the origin of the cotton gin was probably from a slave who didn't have the right to hold a patent, and
mhm.
they would always steal the ideas from their slaves and go and get the patent, and then they're the ones that invented it. Did Eli really invent it? You know, and they didn't tell us anything about what we were inventing. Like the traffic light and all that stuff. It would have put pride in the people in a different way, and they didn't want that. Um, and I was so mad when I realized that they just held all this information from us. And the way I know that is when I grew up with a different, all foreign people, and they knew more about who they were than I did. And I knew a little bit more than some of my friends, but they
They
were just
know
lying
more
to us the whole
about
time, y'all.
the US and other countries than the US does. Like in
Oh, here's a
England,
good
they
one.
gamble on
They
elections. They know every candidate. They literally gamble on the they
Well, they get the
for the
real
election.
news over there too.
Yeah,
They don't
so
get that filtered out
they don't
news.
have any type of like buffer or whatever. It's this is what it is. They fact check, they do this, that, and the other, and then they put money in. I'm going to put money on Donald or Kamala. Like they're really about they know a lot more about United States than people that live there, born and raised. Grew there, not flew there. They know a lot more.
Hey everyone. I'm trying not to
Bullshit.
be
I
rude,
love
but
you
I am
guys.
getting sleepy
It's
and
all
I'm trying
right.
not to be rude. But I really appreciate I'm really trying to hold on. I swear I am. But when I
It's
get
You're
to
late.
not
wiping
rude.
my eyes, but I
I know.
appreciate y'all know when it sounds like to wipe my eyes.
Thank you so
Um
much for having me on. I appreciate your invite.
Artist, I can't wait till you come
Oh,
back. You need your own show, girl. You know you do.
I'm
Well, we gonna
I'm
wait.
working
We gonna wait
on
for
it.
you.
I'm working on
yeah.
it.
Okay, good.
But
You got a lot of
subscribe to the
information.
Blues Blues TV. Check out my Tiffany Henry diss track that I did,
Yes, yeah.
and some of my films that I
Oh,
do.
Yes.
I
well,
Good
want
once
you
night,
again, I
guys.
bleeped
Mike.
that out when you said so I can.
What's that?
Oh, I
What you say,
guess I
Mom?
could listen back because I wanted to hear what you said the name of the channel was or whatever it was.
The Blues Blues TV,
Okay.
and I'll
Can you type
subscribe
in the
to
chat
you
for everybody?
soon, and you too. And thank you so much for having me. Let's do this again
Oh my
sometime.
God, I'm so finally happy to see you. I get
I
it right
know.
now.
Get it right,
I appreciate
girl.
I know, right?
Rasta.
Rasta. I done had a whole name for you. I looked at your picture. I was sticking to Rasta.
And you looking at it too. You like, yeah, Rasta. Like, all right, let's
Hmm
go, Rasta. If you see me.
Oh, silly. Nice
I
All
meeting
right,
you,
appreciate
Gail.
you so
love y'all.
much.
And y'all have a
Nice
great
being
night,
here.
okay?
You
You
have a
too.
good
You
night and you
too.
be safe out there.
Peace too.
Peace.
Yes, and nice having you also, model stance as
Thank,
always. Oh, you
thank
always a
you. I love you.
pleasure.
I love you.
I love you too. And you're my everything. Like I see
Thank
them on
you.
young people.
Have a
And
wonderful evening.
yes, yes.
Oh, me.
And we're going to do this
Yeah,
next week also.
we gotta get the heart.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on that. And we even got CL Smooth, y'all. We was
Out of
blessed
here.
and
Love y'all.
graceful. Love you. Talk to you later.
Okay,
And
let's
Good
CL
see.
night,
Smooth,
Lance.
I appreciate you coming on tonight. I know the
Thank
ladies had
you.
you beat, so you didn't get much out tonight. But, you held your own.
Yeah, right.
But I appreciate you.
No
And
problem. You get you some rest.
I know. That's like this is a full-time job. Um, I can't wait for you to come back on again. And next time we'll have more men come on so we can have a men. A lot of people are afraid to come up sometimes, but I appreciate you stepping out of and coming up. And don't forget
Oh
to
yeah.
yes. And I appreciate you. Stay safe out in them it's ATC streets. I ain't gonna put the whole thing out right. If you know, you know.
You know you know.
Yes. I thank you again, CL Smooth, and I
All
can't wait
right.
to for you to come back up again.
Definitely, definitely. I'm always watching.
Oh, I appreciate you. Hugs and
No
kisses, and
problem.
I'll talk to
All
you
right.
soon.
Talk to you soon.
All righty. And I want to say thank each and every one of you all. They said 35 people, 35 of you all have been here in this chat all night. And I want to say thank you because we had a very interesting, informative, and just grown folks conversation about a lot of different things and things that we should know and things, food for thoughts. And let me not forget Miss Regina. She came up early in the chat. And and was answered questions and had a great conversation with Miss Regina. Don't forget every Friday we will be having chats choice Fridays. So next week we will be this week was and I'm gonna fix that too, the real McCoy. I have to change that. I put a C, I should have put a K. But I'm gonna fix that in my thumbnail because I want to get it right. You only get one chance to make an impression. I'm trying to get it right the second time. Well, again, as always, this has been great and fabulous, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, don't forget. So tomorrow, I probably won't be on tomorrow because I'm going to go and I'm going to be watching Foxy 2 Roxy, her new channel that she has, and it's called Foxy Angel. Foxy Angel. I wrote it down. So don't forget to 7 o'clock tomorrow. I know she lives in Maryland, so I don't know what central time that is, but I'm going to make sure I am in her chat tomorrow. And I hope you all definitely go support Foxy 2 Roxy. Please and thank you. Well, 36 of you all, I said thank you again. And I'll talk to you soon. So tomorrow's Saturday, so I'll be back Sunday. I'm taking a break. I need a day off. Okay, well, in other words, have a great one. And I'll talk to you soon. Hugs and kisses. Later, baby.